Author, he's a pollster.
Pro-life sentiment in the country has increased by 5 points, and pro-choice sentiment declined by 5 points.
Weekdays from 5 to 9 a.m.
I think that the Democrats have gone from being pro-choice to pro-abortion, and their whole focus now is to celebrate abortion. That is undermining the entire basis of the Democratic campaign.
97.1 FM Talk.
The med spa at the Institute of Natural Health understands how difficult it is to maintain healthy skin and how much this can affect someone's life. With the right combination of treatments and products, they can help you keep your skin looking healthy and more youthful, while also reducing and preventing damage. Take your first step towards healthy skin at the med spa at the Institute of Natural Health. Visit them at inhstl.com or call to schedule at 314-293-8123. That's 314-293-8123.
Save big money with 11% off everything at Menards. Keep your outdoor tools, supplies, and valuables secure and protected with Suncast storage sheds. The 8-foot by 10-foot Tremont outdoor shed is low maintenance and has reinforced construction for added strength and stability, while the hinges and lockable handles add extra security. All Suncast storage sheds are 11% off right now at Menards. Good through October 2nd. Savings are a mail-in rebate. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Save big money at Menards.
Hi guys, are you struggling with erectile dysfunction? Did you know that a major medical breakthrough is now available, and it isn't a pill? Today, Wednesday, September 28th, we're running a one-day special you won't want to miss out on. Pineview Medical Clinic uses the most powerful form of wave therapy. This is a technology clinically shown to repair blood vessels and improve blood flow. It's backed by 60 clinical studies, including from Cambridge. If you're ready to regain that spark in the bedroom, today is your day. Call us now and you'll qualify for the assessment and ultrasound totally free. Also, a gift that can produce rapid and powerful results in the bedroom. You're going to love that, guys, trust me. And today only, we're offering 6 tune-up treatments to our patients free. This is unprecedented, worth hundreds of dollars. But call today and qualify totally free. 314-530-7777. That's 314-530-7777. Guys, put a stop to your erectile dysfunction and get your love life back. Call Pineview Medical Clinic now to qualify. This offer ends today. 314-530-7777.
Man, what a great party you're throwing here. This wasp nest is great.
Yeah, man, we got about 70 wasps in here. It's one in, one out.
Too bad we can't fit any more wasps in here. It looks like they're having fun outside, stinging all the kids. Oh, man, who just pulled up?
Oh, no, it's the pest control company again with those green wheels. They seem to kill every one of my parties.
This is Derek, the owner of All Solutions Pest Control. We'd love to help you out, so please visit us online at allsolutionspestcontrol.com.
If a pest-free home is your goal, call All Solutions Pest Control.
Fun in the sun is no fun at all without sunscreen. Just like reapplying sunscreen helps continue protection against the sun, a booster shot can help enhance protection against COVID-19 after a primary series vaccination. Schedule a booster appointment when eligible. Sponsored by Pfizer and BioNTech.
Mark Cox here. If you're nearing retirement or already retired, call Thomas Helbig with the Retirement Advisory Group at 314-993-9494. He'll show you how to participate in the market gains without ever losing a penny. Thomas is the official financial advisor of the Mark Cox Morning Show.
Keeping you connected and aware.
In the world, the country, and the community.
And offering more ways than ever to listen conveniently. Tell your smart speaker to play 97.1 FM Talk or download the Odyssey app.
That is exactly what I needed to hear.
Thank God someone here knows what they're talking about.
That's us. That's right. Gotta love this American ride.
All right, you need to take the time and get the full picture.
Don't get me wrong, I love the ladies. I mean, they rev my engine, but they don't belong in the newsroom. It is Anchor Man, not Anchor Lady.
What do you want from me? I'm not America's sweetheart.
Goodness sake, kid. Keep your voice down. Your father's listening to the radio.
I'm not America's sweetheart.
This is the Annie Frey Show.
Welcome to the Annie Frey Show. Thank you so much for tuning in today. It's a very special edition, special broadcast of the Annie Frey Show. Why? Well, because we are on location
which is something that we have only done maybe one other time together. Is that right, Brad?
Yeah, the only time I remember is just the golf event.
The St. Clair County Republican golf event. So, but we're out here for a fantastic cause, and this is the day that I have said to the people in the building that I work in and to Princess Storm, who is an amazing jock over on Hot 104.1, our sister station. She was talking to me, I don't know, it was months ago, about her diaper drive that she does. Now, Princess Storm has done this one time before, and she was doing it again this year. And I said, how can we help you? And it turns out that we could do a diaper drive for her. So here we are, sitting in front of Ruler Foods on West Clay Street in St. Charles right now, looking at a parking lot full of cars over there. We showed up. This is kind of the way things go with us. We showed up and they're paving the parking lot in front of us. It's beautiful. We're watching it get striped right now.
It's pretty satisfying to watch.
It is, for sure.
Also, that is just a really good-looking parking lot now.
It is.
I'm looking at what used to be and what it is now, and I am so impressed.
The thing of it is we said, we'll come to Ruler Foods, but Ryan Wiggins doesn't like the way the parking lot is currently. You're going to need to redo it before we got here.
It was part of my rider.
And just in time, Ryan Wiggins, do you approve?
So far, I do. I mean, there's a couple little things I want to talk to the guy about, but right now, I mean,
that guy is
we're
working harder
through.
in one day than you've worked your entire career. He's out there busting his butt. Regardless, it is easy to get in. There's still plenty of parking available. People have been coming and going. Hannah is sitting next to already a heaping pile of diapers that you have brought into us so far. We brought in a few boxes, maybe I don't know how many. We brought in maybe 3.
I think between
4?
us, we probably each brought a box or so.
Yeah.
It's a heaping pile of boxes of diapers already, and we are going to create such a problem by 3 o'clock because we're here till 3. Because we have way too many diapers to know what to do with. But we need your help. So please, if you're on your lunch break right now and you're anywhere near the St. Charles area, come to Ruler Foods on West Clay Street. And we're just down the street from the Jay Scheidegger Center. Super easy to get to. And bring a box of diapers. Bring a whole truck full of diapers, just like Paul, who's still standing here with us right now. Ryan, he said, I got some diapers in my trunk here. We said, can we help you? He goes, yeah, actually, I could use a little help. And then you went with him.
There have been a few people come out so far and go into Ruler. Some people had brought them. Some people are buying them here, which is super convenient. It's one of the reasons we're here. So you can go into Ruler, you can buy diapers, you can bring them out and put them in the cart. Well, Paul pulled up and said, can you help me with these? And I thought, okay.
So relaxed, thinking there'd be just a few.
So he's got a hatchback, and I don't know that he could see out the back of the hatchback.
Oh, that definitely wasn't legal to drive that way.
So yeah, that's been probably a good portion of what we have already.
He's actually working the event right now because the wind just blew over our sign, and Paul just put our sign back up. Paul said when he came here, he said, I have a little bit of an extra motive here, but he works with a place called Finding Grace Ministry, and he talked to me about something that I talk to you folks all the time, but when I talk to you about this, it's really important that you understand that I am talking to me as much as I'm talking to anyone else, which is we spend 3 hours a day on the air talking about what's going wrong in the country, how it could go right, trying to highlight good stories. We do the Diamond in the Rough every week that is brought to you by the Diamond Shop, and we try to find positive stories to talk about. But at the same time, if we sit here and complain every day about how things are going wrong or how, the number one thing that we're saying is we can't sit here all the time and say, yeah, the government's got to come solve this problem. That's actually the opposite. We have to solve the problem. We have to be a solution to the problem. And Paul was telling me about how, especially when it comes to pro-life activity and messaging, that it's really important to understand that you have to show up and support these babies. And so Paul, he is working with Finding Grace Ministry. They are building a transitional living center. He was talking to me about that. And I wanted to give that a shout out because the generosity that Paul showed us here is fantastic. And I want to encourage people to find whatever their thing is. FindingGraceMinistries.org is the website. And they just work with people who need a little extra grace and a little extra mercy which is truthfully, honestly, what we all need.
And this is how it gets done too. I love seeing the community come together. That's one of the reasons we're out here, is just so that we can meet you. So if you're listening to us right now and you're anywhere near St. Charles, I mean, just come by and say hi. That's why we're out, is so that that can happen. And if you have, these things that, like Paul's talking about, that he's working on, he's really passionate about, we love hearing that. We love hearing why. I mean, what motivates you? Is it that God's put something on your heart? That's great. Clearly, he has for Paul, and that's why Paul came out to support this cause today.
So, Hannah, you are out here, your second broadcast, and you were saying when Paul showed up, and Paul's not the only one. We had Nathan out here. We've had several other people who have walked in and out who I wasn't able necessarily to speak to.
Ryan
at that point.
was one of them.
Ryan was one of them. Ryan was the first
with
one,
the
I think.
oil truck.
I told him I wasn't going to forget his name.
Why?
Because it's my name.
He just several people who've walked up, and whether you have a trunk full of diapers, don't think you have to come here with a trunk full of diapers. You can go buy a $6 package of diapers, and there's a family out there right now that
makes such a difference.
It makes a huge difference. And the other thing too that I want to highlight here. Well, first I want to say, Hannah, when Paul opened his ECU, he said, "I'm going to cry."
Yes, it was this wave of emotions that hit me. That so many people care about this, and they want to help, and our listeners are just the best. And I knew that our listeners would come and help donate. And we've been here for maybe an hour, and we've already had a great turnout, and it's just great.
It is. It's wonderful. So just a reminder, we are broadcasting live from the St. Charles, Missouri Ruler Foods on West Clay Street. It's very simple to get to. If you see the Ruler Foods, you're going to see us. We're sitting right out in front. And what we want you to do is show up and provide us what you can comfortably donate. And this is all the biggest thing that I want to highlight here is this isn't really our diaper drive. This is Princess Storm from Hot 104.1's diaper drive. And we saw her see the need, and we wanted to support her in what she is doing. And I just can't stress enough how important it is to be able to reach, I have not sat down with Princess Storm and talked a bunch of politics to her. I don't care what her politics are. She's helping people who need, who have that need. And here we are working very hard to support her, but only through you. So we want to thank you for joining us right now. I want to highlight as well what we have going on for the rest of the show. We have a very important conversation that we're going to have at 12:25. Dave Murray's up next. Dave Murray's at 12:25.
Yes.
Dave Murray's going to tell
Dave
you
Murray's
that
at
you don't need as heavy of a sweater as you thought you did this morning.
No, but if you're in Florida and there's a hurricane,
that might be on the news too.
So if you were in a big news story suggesting that there's going to be, the last I saw on my way in here is that they were thinking that when it made landfall, it might reach Category 5 status.
Wow.
So that Hurricane Ian is down there. I have family in Florida that I've been communicating with up northeast, and it's been something to watch this hurricane develop and move its way towards the United States. I think I heard
Annie.
Yeah.
That truck right there is full of diapers.
That's a big truck.
That's a box truck.
Yes.
It's full of diapers?
Here's the card.
Heroes Care?
Wow.
Wait, what?
How many diapers do you have?
21,000 diapers?
What?
Hannah,
What?
Hannah, go ahead and move your,
Oh my
move your
gosh.
camera over there so they can see the box truck on the stream.
Oh, there you go.
But yeah, there's a big old box truck they just pulled up out front from Heroes.
Are you John? John Jerome.
A whole box truck?
John Jerome
Yeah.
is the president of Heroes Care in Fenton, Missouri. And their truck is here. And it's
That's awesome.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to cry again.
So
Did you meet your goal?
I don't know. Princess Storm is coming here soon. She'll lose her mind.
Yeah, we're really close.
John, will you have a seat here real quick? Hannah, maybe you can kind of set him up there. You've got somebody else. This is amazing. Again, we're at the St. Charles. We are at the St. Charles Ruler Foods right now. John has just showed up. They pulled up with a box truck, which you can maybe see in the background. If you're, and a reminder, we're broadcasting live on YouTube, on the Annie Frey YouTube channel. If you want to watch this and see what's going on, we're gonna make this. I'm gonna put this full screen here so you can see in the background. John, thank you so much for being here, President of Heroes Care. Talk to me about what you have in this truck right now.
Well, I heard you yesterday. Said you were going to have a little diaper drive, and you were looking for some help. And St. Louis Diaper Bank is one of our partners
Okay.
through the National Diaper Bank.
Okay.
Heroes Care, we take care of military families throughout the year, before, during, and after deployment. We go through normally between 500,000 to 700,000 diapers that we give to military families every year.
Yeah.
Heard your call out that you needed help, so here you are.
Here we
Hopefully
are.
that'll help you out. We brought a little over.
Amazing. Oh my gosh, John, I mean, to me, you talk to me a little bit about Heroes Care since you're here, because what we're talking about on the regular basis here on the Andy Frey Show on 97.1 is the importance of people helping people and people showing up and not waiting on a program or a system to do it, because we can do it so much more efficiently and so much faster, so much more determinative. Tell me about what Heroes Care is here specifically in Fenton in the St. Louis area, and maybe how people can support you in what you're doing.
Well, we started back in 2003 when my 3-year-old and 11-year-old daughter wanted to send a care package. That has grown after 19 years of the military charities that have the 4-star Charity Navigator rating. We're now the 3rd largest in the country.
Oh, man.
We have 647 outposts in 25 states, manned by over 3,300 trained volunteers that one-on-one with deployed spouses. So the game plan is that when you deploy, when your husband deploys, we assign a volunteer to check in on you. When you mention, hey, he didn't fix the brakes before he left, the outpost calls us, we send you to a repair shop, and we write the check.
Oh, man.
Wow.
That volunteer will stay with you for the year of the deployment and 2 years afterwards in order to make sure that your husband and you reintegrate properly. So since we've done the one-on-one, we've had now 44 suicides that we've intervened on. All 44 are still with us. And we've had over 450 families take free marriage counseling.
That's just amazing. Heroescare.org is the website. I would imagine that is a financial obligation, of course, from your end. How do you fund these types of services to people?
We, just like the St. Louis Diaper Bank, we ask people to donate, get involved. Businesses come out and help. Have you ever seen the suit events going around St. Louis? Mm-hmm. Men's Warehouse gives us a tractor trailer full of suits every month.
Okay.
That we have to go through, detag, make sure that they're okay, and then we do the suiting events while and getting veterans into suits so they can get into job interviews and get into jobs where they have to wear suits.
Oh, man, that is just amazing. Heroescare.org. I want you to, if you're listening right now and you're inspired by what John has done here, 21,000 plus diapers in a truck sitting in front of us that I can't wait to watch. I'm going to make Ryan unload all of them, one by one.
Yeah. One by one.
That's why you're here.
Yeah, I'm just here for logistics.
Four pallets.
Yeah, that is so amazing.
Wow. Yeah, we got to figure out how to get. Well, you got a truck, so you have a truck, so I'm sure we'll use that in some regard.
We'll figure it out here. John, just one more. I'm going to give you an opportunity to inspire people, because you've clearly been inspired. What you're doing right now is inspiring for others. But you heard us put out this call. We made an ask, and I really did in our building put 97.1 listeners on the line. And I said, these are good people. These are people who show up and they help. Certainly for heroescare.org, for people to go look at that website, and if your heart pushes you to help support that as well. Can you just talk to me just real quick here before we take a break about motivating people to step in wherever they see
Wherever
a
they
need?
see. It isn't about Heroes Care. It isn't about the St. Louis Diaper Bank. It's about, what is that thing that you always wanted to do? Take that step out. Get out of the comfort zone. Stop by a charity. And every one of us need help. Whether you want to detag, whether you want to donate, it's about making friends. Greg here is with me. He's a volunteer.
Hi, Greg. Thank you, Greg.
Thanks, Greg.
You know, we have a great team of volunteers that do so much around, and every charity needs it, whether it's a diaper bank, whether it's, if your thing is pets, wherever it is that your heart takes you. Just take the step out and see which charity you like, find that home, and we need everybody's help.
That's right. Stand in the gap for somebody and be a part of the solution to the problems that we see. We all see them. You know, sometimes you're on the other end of that problem. You can't provide the solution. You need a solution from somebody, and you hope that somebody steps in that time of need as well. John Jerome, president of Heroes Care, dropping off pallets of diapers, 21,000 plus diapers This is just above and beyond, and we still need your help. We will be out here till 3 p.m. at the Ruler Foods on West Clay Street in St. Charles, collecting diapers from the most generous listening audience around here on the Annie Frey Show.
Just real quick, you don't have to bring 21.
No,
okay?
you could bring
one
package.
Just one package. That's okay.
We want to meet you. We want to say hi. We're going to say hi to each and every one of you in the break that we can. Come join us, say hello. Ruler Foods in St. Charles, supporting Princess Storm from Hot 104.1's Diaper Drive in real time. We'll be right back.
The Annie Frey Show is streaming online. Watch us live on YouTube and subscribe. If you're a fan of 97.1, get a t-shirt. Visit 971talk.com/merch to see all the new t-shirt designs and show your support for St. Louis's home for conservative talk. 97.1 FM Talk.
Well, let's focus on a luxury dealership that is doing it right, which in this market is uncommon. It's Genesis of St. Charles. They have the most available inventory of Genesis vehicles. So if you've never considered yourself a luxury car person, you're going to be surprised to find out when you pay MSRP, which they are charging, you actually could afford one starting at $55,000. Yeah, I know. Maybe you can't afford a luxury vehicle. You'd love to drive one, right? They're great cars. I got to drive the GV80. It's an SUV. And again, starting at $55,000, that's very much within many people's budget. Maybe you didn't know it was. There at Genesis of St. Charles, you're going to pay MSRP and no more. And that's why they're so affordable. And maybe other dealerships, they're going to charge you more than that, but they're not there at Genesis of St. Charles. They're located in the St. Charles Hyundai showroom on Veterans Memorial Parkway. They're part of the St. Charles Automotive Campus. So even if you don't know where they are, now you do, just a quarter mile east of Mid Rivers Mall. Online at genesisofstcharles.com.
Attention veterans. If you were stationed at Camp Lejeune between 1953 and 1987, you and your family may be victims of toxic water poisoning. Cancers, birth defects, deadly illnesses have all been linked to the contaminated water. Congress is now holding the government accountable. You could be awarded financial compensation for your suffering, but you must act now. Visit sickvets.com for your free case review by True Law. That's sickvets.com. sickvets.com. Visit sickvets.com.
We've been here 30 years, 30 Christmases in this house, and we have the traditions that most families have.
That's Terry talking about her experience with Rhino Shield ceramic coating.
We did Rhino Shield 14 years ago, and the house still looks the same as the first day. Rhino Shield really worked with me to help me get just the right nice soft yellow, and it's 14 years later, and it's the same color.
The main reason Terry called Rhino Shield is because it's backed by its 25-year transferable warranty.
Just sounded wonderful that we could have the house coated with Rhino Shield and not have to worry about it again for 25 years.
Take it from Terry. Give Rhino Shield a call now for a free evaluation. 877-25-RHINO. 877-25-RHINO. Or visit 877-25rhino.com.
There have been neighbors that have come by and said, "Did you just have your house painted?" Because they wanted to know who the contractor was. And I said, "No, it's actually Rhino Shield."
877-25rhino.com.
This is a great time of the year to upgrade the energy efficiency in your home with my friends at Window World. Mark Cox here to tell you more about my experience with Window World. They replaced a couple of windows at my house. They were just panes of glass. We wanted to be able to get some airflow into the master bathroom. They came out, they gave us a free estimate, and then had the windows at seams installed in no time. Very professional, lifetime warranty I get, and you get an extra double strength glass on their replacement windows that's not common. So you're getting a great price, simply the best for less. They do front entry doors, rear entry doors if you're looking to replace that back door or sliding glass door in your home. They've got a great selection at Window World. They're also right now offering 18 months, same as cash financing, of course, with approved credit. The preferred window of the St. Louis Blues. 314-993-1800, windowworld.com.
I'm Brian Westbrook with Coalition Life. Over the past decade, Coalition Life has served thousands of women in crisis pregnancies, helping to save the lives of the children that they carry. Help us build a better community while also reducing or completely eliminating your Missouri taxes with a 70% tax credit. A $1,000 donation today to help these women could cost you as little as $141 out of pocket. Learn more at coalitionlife.com, coalitionlife.com. Thank you.
She grew up on the side of the road where the church bells ring and strong love grows. She grew up good, she grew up slow, like American honey.
Welcome back to the Annie Frey Show. We are very glad for you to be with us today on this special day. The Annie Frey Show broadcasting live out front of the St. Charles, Missouri Ruler Foods. And we are out here collecting diapers for the St. Louis Diaper Bank that is being sponsored by Princess Storm of Hot 104.1, our sister station. She has a diaper drive each year, and we said we wanted to step up and support her in her effort to support St. Louis families in need of diapers. And I am happy to say that we are already trying to figure out how we're going to get these diapers back. And we have a box truck here from Heroes Care, and they came with 20,000 plus diapers. It's unbelievable. To learn more about Heroes Care, go to heroescare.org. We are going to take a break from talking about diapers here and get to our next guest, Dave Murray, who joins us right now. He is the 97.1 Chief Meteorologist. Dave, welcome to the Annie Frey Show. Lots to talk about in the weather world for sure.
Yeah, no question about it. Our weather is great. We can just get that out of the way. And one of the reasons it's great is the hurricane. And the hurricane is, it's a Cat 4 approaching Cat 5. It may hit a Category 5 before it actually makes landfall, but I don't want to focus exactly where landfall is because this thing has hurricane force winds 100 miles around the center of the storm. So I don't want people to lose sight that just because it's expected to hit in a particular area, that the force of this storm is very widespread. But the area that it is really going to hit hard is very, very popular with the St. Louis area, folks. It's Northport, Port Charlotte, Cape Coral, Fort Myers, Naples, Bonita Springs, Sanibel, and Captiva. They're getting raked right now, and the heart of the storm still isn't quite there yet. It's doing something a little weird. I've been watching it all morning. It's kind of hugging the coast, and it's trying to move a little bit north of northeast because hurricanes, even though they're just big storms, they can have a mind of their own. And the hurricane structure knows that once it gets over land, it's going to start to die out. So it doesn't want to do that. I know it sounds really weird, but it happens all the time. There'll be a little burst of energy right before it does make landfall. But we're talking, winds in southwest Florida from Tampa down through Fort Myers of minimum winds of probably about 120, but some gusts to 150. This is the fifth major hurricane, a Cat 3 or higher, and the 12th overall to hit this region since 1851. Wow. So it's happened before, but it's a very rare area to get a direct hit from a hurricane just because of what the storm has to do to swing into this. Storm surge, that wall of water that comes with the storm, 8 to 12 feet, some 15 feet. And remember, a lot of this area is sea level, so the flooding is going to be incredible, not only saltwater flooding, but freshwater flooding. Rainfall 6 to 12 inches, some spots up to 24 inches. There have already been a lot of tornadoes because, remember, a hurricane is just a big mass of thunderstorms circulating around the eye. So they're more of a quick up and down tornado. They're not super large scale tornadoes, but they catch people by surprise. It has slowed down quite a bit, and that speed is going to stay slow. And that's a real problem because this, like a lot of hurricanes, they hit an area, they move on in about 6 to 12 hours. This is a 24 to 48 hour event for Florida. Almost the entire state will be affected by this, including Orlando. The storm is going to go right over Orlando. By that point, winds will probably be about 85 miles per hour, but that's a mean wind. That's power outages, trees down, the whole thing. Then it goes across pretty close to Cape Canaveral. It's going to pop back out over the Atlantic Ocean. It's not going to regain a lot of power, but it will be a very strong tropical storm as it turns into the coastal area of Florida on the East Coast, so up around Jacksonville area, and then also coastal Georgia around Sea Island, and also maybe a section of South Carolina. And then there's also a possibility that it could hit portions of southern New England later on as it goes up the East Coast as a big low pressure system. So this thing is mean. Don't be fooled. If you're watching some of the cable networks and nightly news, don't be fooled that it doesn't look like much, because the reporters are in very protective areas. You've got to let this storm play out. It's after the storm goes by that we're really going to realize what this thing has done. And that could be 24 to 36 hours from now.
Wow. Dave Murray with us right now, the 97.1 chief meteorologist. Can you explain, for people like myself, I've never experienced a hurricane. The tornado that hit the Amazon building actually ended up hitting my parents' farm, and I was there when it happened. So I do have a little bit of a sense of what it's like to experience a tornado. The number one thing about a tornado, as intense as it is, it's like 45 seconds, and then it's gone.
Boom.
Explain for somebody here in the Midwest that's familiar and maybe hasn't experienced weather like this, is there anything that we can relate to when it comes to the experiencing what it's like to be in a hurricane?
Yeah, I'll switch seasons with it. It is probably like a massive winter storm / blizzard that would hit the middle of the country, would be the closest that we get to it. Now, occasionally we get some rains from hurricanes that come up from the western Gulf, but it's usually not much, though winds could be 40, 50 miles per hour. So, no, this is all about an ocean storm. It's feeding off very warm water temperatures in the Gulf of Mexico. A hurricane needs 80-plus degrees to keep growing. Anything below that is cold water to a hurricane. And the water temperatures off Captiva right now are about 89 degrees. So it's got unlimited supply of energy. It's also feeding off some moisture from the Atlantic, because Florida is this peninsula. It's not really getting shut off from any moisture supply, and that's why it will hold together across central Florida and pop back out into the Atlantic. But it's really hard to imagine because it's about 300 to 400 miles wide. They're incredibly powerful weather systems.
Dave, this is Ryan Wiggins. You mentioned that one of the reasons we're having nice weather right now is because of the hurricane. Does that mean as long as this thing's active, even moving up the eastern coast, that we're going to have weather like this the whole time, or is our weather not quite that?
No, we're stuck. There is a big trough of low pressure off the west coast. It's kind of moving into the Pacific Northwest right now. That is stuck. We're stuck with high pressure, and then the hurricane. So everything is in a logjam. We actually call it a Rex block in the atmosphere, because if you draw the circulation, it looks like the Greek letter, the Rex symbol. And so it's stuck, and our weather is going to stay quite nice, at least through the weekend. Just delightful fall weather day and night. And until it moves, nothing's going to change.
Man, Dave Murray with us right now, the 97.1 chief meteorologist. Is there any advice that you have for people who are watching this? I have family that is in Jacksonville. There's going to be a lot of support that's needed across the country. St. Louis is always good at showing up and supporting where necessary. Do you have any advice, not necessarily unless you have a place, on specific places to direct that assistance that you might, that somebody might want to provide? What's your advice for people around the country who are going to look to help after the hurricane passes on what to do or what not to do?
Yeah, I think that the key is I always kind of point people towards the American Red Cross, because they're ready to do stuff down there, but nothing's going to happen probably for 48 hours until this thing goes. Even emergency response teams are hunkered down. They're not doing anything. They're not answering any emergency calls right now because it's just too dangerous. So we just kind of have to let this go. I understand that FEMA is poised to really bring supplies in from the Atlanta area down, but that obviously takes some time. And and the power companies, there's power crews set to move in there from like 21 states across the country, so they're ready to rock and roll. But you're going to hear thousands and thousands and thousands of people without power, and that could last over a week. So it's just going to be a very, very slow process. I guess I would really recommend is let's get the storm done, and then let's see what kind of supplies the folks down there need. Because it could change hour to hour, because it might be they need roofing material, they need water. It just all depends on what's going to happen. But you're going to see some areas that just will, if you're familiar with like Naples or Fort Myers, you're going to look at some of this video a day or two from now and go, oh, my word, it doesn't look like anything like I remember. That's the force of the water and the wind.
Yeah, Dave, you mentioned the size of this thing. So the eye wall is where the most damage happens. Am I correct?
Well, it's everything around the eye wall. Actually, when you fly into a hurricane, the hurricane hunters, which I've had the ability to do once, and it is a trip of a lifetime, but you only really want to do it once, is that you have to go through to get to the eye wall to get measurements of what's going on inside. You have to go through the most intense part of the storm. Now, they don't go in on the right side. They come in on the left side, which is a little bit weaker. But once you get into the eye, it would almost look like St. Louis looks right now. Believe it or not, the sun is out, blue skies, no wind, because everything is rotating around that eye, and then you've got to pop back out, and that's always a journey too. But they're taking measurements up and down that storm. Just to give you an idea, there was a time early this morning, the winds at the surface were 155. The winds towards the top of that hurricane were pushing 200 miles per hour, because the winds will increase as you go up in the storm. But the hurricane hunters, really important as far as finding out not only what's going on right now and where this thing might be going, but also the research that's involved that helps us, study these things and maybe give a little more accurate forecast. But they're so big and they have a mind of their own that little shifts in location have a tremendous effect on the weather.
Yeah, and that's what I wanted to ask just real quick before we run out of time here, is that that hasn't made landfall yet, and that's what you're saying is within 24 hours, that's where we're going to see the most damage, and that's where we're waiting to see what they'll need and where that is, right?
Right. The most damage, again, of that list of towns and cities that I mentioned at the beginning here, centered on like Fort Myers, the hardest hit areas will be to the right of the eye wall, the center of the storm system. That's the strongest part of the storm, and that's what's kind of moving in right now. But as long as that center kind of hugs the coastline, it's not going to run into a tremendous amount of friction from the land. So it's going to stay very powerful for a long period of time.
Last question for you. Speaking with Dave Murray, the chief meteorologist for 97.1, who's covering this and extremely experienced when it comes to these types of matters. I have a question. It's going to go through Florida, and I'm an Orlando frequenter. Is it going to hit? Is it going to go through? Is it going to travel up the state of Florida and hit a lot of land here, or is it going to spiral into the?
Yes. It will go right across central Florida, and the center of what's left of the center of the storm should be very close to Orlando. That's why all the theme parks are closed, airports are closed, and though it's not going to be like we're seeing on the coast right now, there could be hurricane force winds going through central Florida, and that's going to increase the power outages. Tree damage will be incredible, and then it will pop back out around Cape Canaveral, and then eventually kind of kick into the southeast part of the country. Then we have to kind of see, will it hug the coast, or will it just go inland towards the Appalachian Mountains and fall apart, or will it continue to be a problem right up the East Coast? It's not going to be what it's doing right now for Orlando or for Sea Island or for Jacksonville, but it's not going to be a pretty picture there either.
Well, Dave Murray, thank you so much. I'm going to ask Brad to circle back with you and see if we can follow up as the storm progresses and more of this information develops.
Let me mention one other thing that's going on down there is that this part of Florida has had about 4 times the amount of rain that they typically have by this time in the course of a year. So the water levels are extremely high to begin with. You put 15, 20 inches of rain on top of that, and the freshwater flooding is going to be quite intense.
All right. Well, we are glad that you were on it so that we can be on it. Dave Murray, thank you so much. We're going to touch base with you again.
You got it.
Thank you so much. When we come back, we're going to talk with Bridget of C.A. Jones, who just showed up with the boxes of diapers that were delivered there to C.A. Jones in Fairview Heights. She delivered them here. And we also have another special guest that has shown up. Princess Storm is now in the house of Hot 104.1, and we're going to talk to her about what inspired her to reach out and support families in need here in St. Louis who need diapers. And that's what we're doing today, is we're supporting Princess Storm, who's supporting these families in St. Louis. So we're going to get to the bottom, no pun intended, of all of that when we come back. Don't go away.
Interact with Annie on Facebook. The Annie Frey Show. The Mark Cox Morning Show.
Hey, Charles Payne, if getting vaccinated helps with hurricanes, would it help with this bear market at all?
Apparently, it's a cure-all. It reminds me back in the day, the guy on the covered wagon went from town to town with the magic elixir, right?
Yeah.
Weekday mornings 5 to 9.
Need to lose weight? Well, Slim 180 can help you through that process. I want to make sure that you understand that myslim180.com is the destination on the internet for you to go learn about how I lost weight when I was recovering from having babies and also the extra COVID weight that I put on. I went to Slim 180 and they helped me. They used the HCG program with me and I was able to drop 22 pounds in less than a month. I want you to give them the opportunity to talk to you about the programs that they have. Nutritional guidance programs, the HCG program, with the best staff, the support staff that you need, the counseling that you need to walk you through these programs so you understand what's going on and you have the success that you're setting out to have. If you're looking to lose a little bit of weight or if you need to shed, over 100 pounds, do so with Slim 180. They can help you through this process with confidence. Don't put it off any longer. They have 6 locations around the St. Louis area, but you can find out all the details online, hours and programs and such at myslim180.com.
Hi, this is Jessica Munganess. Stop by Dave Munganess St. Louis Honda to reserve your new 2022 Honda and never pay a cent over sticker. We also have a great selection of Honda True Used vehicles available on South Lindbergh that come with a comprehensive warranty and even have a 3-day exchange policy if you're not completely satisfied. It's the very best way to buy a pre-owned vehicle. So isn't it time you see the Munganess difference at Dave Munganess St. Louis Honda and our pre-owned centers? DaveMunganess.com since 1965.
My name is Dr. Brooke Bello. I'm not a political figure. I'm a survivor. When I was a kid, I was trafficked, drugged, and raped. The traffickers forced me to have multiple abortions. Had my mother been notified, she could have intervened, called the police, and saved me from years of exploitation. Last year, I told my story to General Assembly and Governor Pritzker, pleading with them to preserve the right of Illinois' loving parents to know if their daughters are about to undergo an abortion. Governor Pritzker ignored my cry. He took away the very thing that could have saved me and is needed to protect those being exploited today. Parental rights that protect our kids should never be in doubt. This is personal to me, and I hope it's important to you when you vote this November.
Paid for by people who play by the rules pack.
Right now is the perfect time to call Zero Res to deep clean and refresh your carpets, air ducts, upholstery, and more. Call 314-474-2020. Get the Mark Reardon special. 3 rooms, zero resified, starting at $129 and take $75 off your air duct cleaning. 474-2020.
What's your favorite 4-letter word? Chances are you've said it more than a few times dealing with this crazy world we live in. But at Compass Retirement Solutions, our 4-letter word of choice is hope. Hope for a better tomorrow. And hope that your retirement plans don't take a back seat. You've watched inflation soar, and maybe your retirement future feels a little uncertain right now. But all hope is not lost. Find out exactly how much risk you're still taking with your investments. Find out how you may be able to save big on taxes. And find out how having a written retirement plan just might give you the hope you've been looking for. Call today to set up a meeting. 314-373-1598. That's 314-373-1598. Compass Retirement Solutions. 314-373-1598. Firm offers insurance services but does not provide tax advice. Investments and services offered through Compass Retirement Group, a registered investment advisory firm in Missouri and Illinois. Investing involves risk, including the potential loss of principal.
You're listening to the Annie Frey Show live from the Air Comfort Service Heating and Cooling Studio. Get your HVAC system ready for fall with a heating system check included with all maintenance plans starting at $15 a month. For details and to get into your comfort zone, visit aircomfortservice.com.
Decision 2022.
97.1 FM Talk.
I can't tell what's on and what's not. Are we on?
I hate this song. Yeah, we're here. It's a party song, though, and it is a party out here in front of the St. Charles Ruler Foods on West Clay Street. I need to see you this afternoon. Will you come see me? Come see. Somebody just called you Mr. Wiggins.
If you see a Ruler Foods at the side of the road and you see any Frey, then come by and say hi. That's my Fred Schneider. It's not bad.
It's not bad.
Thank you.
It's not good either.
Somewhere in between. We're doing a diaper drive here to support Princess Storm from Hot 1041, who is doing a diaper drive. And we said, that's awesome. Let's help Princess Storm blow this out of the park. And somebody is here from C.A. Jones. Our friend Bridget has showed up to bring some diapers that people brought in Fairview Heights. Bridget, thank you so much for making
Yes, of course. I am happy to be here.
So C.A. Jones is on Lincoln Trail in Fairview Heights, and I was speaking with Mike Needles, who's the president there, and he's like, absolutely, we can be a drop-off location. So if you brought diapers to C.A. Jones, thank you for doing that. It's great to have C.A. Jones be a part. You guys do so much in the community as well. Talk to me about the work. Is autism, right?
Yes, we partner with the ICA, which is the Illinois Center of Autism, which they are close by our office. So every quarter we donate a portion of our home sales to them, and we also help out with just events they have. We'll always do as much as we can. They have a car wash coming up in October. That's like a haunted car wash.
Oh, fun.
I know, and it's a cool event, and we get to help out with that. So we always try to do as much with them as possible. And they have Pasta Fair, which is a restaurant right by our office too, which is to help adults with autism work there and whatnot. And we try to eat there as much as possible. It's good food and for a good cause.
Jeffrey on YouTube says, tell C.A. Jones Bridget hello from RP Lumber in Edwardsville.
Oh my gosh, hey guys.
I bet you guys have talked before.
Oh, yeah.
C.A. Jones builds homes on the Illinois side of the river, and you guys do so much within the community, and you're so active in the community. And if anybody is interested in learning more about C.A. Jones, I was playing just I told this on the air just yesterday, but the buildable homes where you can
Oh yes. I love hearing this.
spent like over an hour just building my dream home.
Isn't it so fun?
Yes, and I was like showing it to my husband, like, do you like this color or this color? And at first he's like, whatever you want. And I'm like, no, you need to weigh in. This could be our home.
Right.
So he started weighing in, and he was getting into it too. But cajonesinc.com, you guys are great at building energy efficient homes and wonderful warranties that come with them. And, you know, all of this work that you're doing on the Illinois side of the river to build homes, but also to give back to the community. This is just another thing that you guys are doing. And I want to thank you for the time and making the drive to St. Charles
of course.
From Fairview Heights. Bridget, thank you so much.
Thank you guys.
So we've got Princess Storm here now in the house. This is technically Wiggins America. It says that on my sheet. Wiggins, do you have anything?
You know what?
That's lots of confidence involved in that.
I do, but I don't know if you want to jump into some like really super deep stuff right now or not. But okay, just really quick. I'm if we're doing Wiggins America, one topic I've been focusing on.
You don't have to.
Well, you tell me, because obviously we got Princess Storm here. We've got a whole bunch of listeners over
there are people
here
congregating, dropping off diapers. This is amazing.
It's
really cool.
It's really fun. And some people have stopped by and said, oh, I didn't even know this was happening. And they'll go into Ruler Foods. But a lot of people are specifically showing up just because they knew that this was happening here. And we've gotten to meet a lot of people, shake hands, some hugs, people dropping off other things that they just wanted us to know about. I think that's what's so neat is you said the other day, and you only said this once. It wasn't like you said this a whole bunch of times, but you said it one time. And I think a lot of people heard that and resonated with them, that this is not necessarily a part of a political debate, an abortion debate, or anything like that.
Not at all.
Not at all. Those are issues we talk about. But one thing that people do criticize conservatives for, and I think it drives people crazy because it's so not true, is that they say, well, you just wanted to have them born, and then you don't really do anything after they're born. That is so polar opposite from the truth that one time you mentioned that people are showing up just because they're like, look.
Just saw another tailgate drop, and diapers are coming out. This is amazing.
What we do all the time. This is life for us.
But
a lot of ministries out here and things, and that's what they do. And so they're pushing back on that idea because it drives them crazy.
I think, too, though, that the idea that you might be doing something, but you might have gotten into a routine of what you're doing and asking yourself, can I do more? The other thing is can I do something that's really tangible and super local? Because we always think big picture. Certainly, Brad, on this show, we talk to a lot of people that are nationally recognized, globally recognized. And we talk about big issues and big problems and try to direct towards big solutions. But we have people right here in the St. Louis area that need to put a diaper on their baby's bottom. It does not get more simple than that.
Nope.
And it is a quick and easy way. I see a Walgreens over there if we run out of diapers and Ruler Foods, which would just be awesome. Let's look at this. Look at that. Look at these diapers coming out of this other car.
Oh, wow.
This is unbelievable,
this is
folks.
Fantastic.
Keep coming to Ruler Foods in St. Charles. But like the simplicity of buying a package of diapers and bringing it here so that we can support our friends on another radio station that we, I guess, technically compete with. It's just, this is the right way to do it. And this,
I have been holding back tears this whole time, and our listeners are just amazing, and our listeners are helping us carry more diapers into here. It's just crazy. People are bringing their kids, and the kids are so excited, and we're all helping one another.
Does she want to say hi? Would she
Do you
like
want
to
to say hi on the radio? Come here.
You want to come say hi on the radio? What's her name?
You can do it.
Rachel? How old is Rachel? 4? 4?
You want to talk right here? Say hi.
You want to? Can you say hi, St. Louis? Hi. Did you bring some diapers here today?
Yes.
You did. Rachel, thank you so much. Do you know that you're helping today?
Can you give me a high five?
Oh, yeah.
That's a
High
good
five. Rachel, thank you so much for being here today.
You're welcome.
I
She's
love
adorable.
it. That is amazing. Thank you so much. I mean, literally, diapers are just flowing up here right now, and this is all going to help families that are in the St. Louis area.
So to your thing, this is a small thing that you can do, but all these big problems that we've always talked about, a lot of the solution to those start with situations like this, where you fix the little things, you fix the small things, you get together, you take care of the family, and everything else is downstream from there. So if we come together and I see you as you and you see me as Brad, and we treat one another like people and we help one another out when we need help, a lot of these big problems that we have will work themselves out because it's all downstream from how we act.
What if I see you as Bradford?
You can see me as Bradford, but that's not really accurate.
I'm fine with that, too.
This diaper drive is the biggest diamond in the rough ever.
No kidding.
Oh, there you go.
That's
Yeah.
exactly right. You know,
That's
okay.
all I can think about.
So let's talk a little bit about, well, Princess Storm is down here. We'll get her on here when we come back. We're going to talk to Joy Murdoch on the other side of the break that we have coming up here. And I'm going to talk to him about people stepping up and helping and how we need to encourage one another to be more aggressive, to be more involved, even when, like, Brian, what you were saying, we do our things. We have our things. We have our love languages. We have our heart projects. How do we make sure that we don't get complacent in the things that we do all the time?
Well, I think it's neat to be out here. We're out in the studio all the time, so we're talking to each other, but we're talking outwardly. This is a time right now where I'm seeing so many people who are doing this every day. We're out here so we get to see what's actually happening. This isn't a government solution. This is on the ground. You're doing it every day. You unheralded. Nobody's making you do it, but you are doing it. And thank you for showing up and just talking to us about it.
Yeah, people of all ages out here supporting people of all ages, and it's amazing. We're going to take a quick break here coming up, and when we return, DeRoy Murdoch is going to join us. Of course, he's a nationally syndicated columnist. He's a Fox News contributor, and he's a founding member of Project 21. Project21.org if you want to learn more about that. Ruler Foods in St. Charles. We are on West Clay Street, and we want to meet you so bad. Bring a package of diapers out here. Do what you can. Nothing more, nothing less. We'll be here until 3 p.m. Joy Murdoch when we return. Thomas Helbig and Bob Kershaw, the family business at Retirement Advisory Group,
are making sure that they get in one last event of the year. I will be there, and I cannot wait for the opportunity to meet you. October 4th. It's a Tuesday, and you do have to reserve your spot. They have limited availability, and a few spots still remain. Would you please come join us and meet me? I would love to meet you. And thank you for listening to the show, but also connect you with Thomas Helbig and the Retirement Advisory Group for this free event. Call 314-993-9494. That's 314-993-9494 to learn more about this event. Again, October 4th, it's a Tuesday. The event starts at 6:30 p.m. I'll be there. Mark Cox and Mark Reardon will be there as well. We usually try to get there as close to 6 p.m. as we can so we can spend about 30 minutes getting to know you. And then the event starts. Just 45 minutes of getting the straight information about how you can protect your retirement. Make sure that you reach out to them at 314-993-9494, October 4th, 6:30 p.m. at the Frontenac Hilton. See you there.
Diamonds Direct's unbelievable zero-interest finance offer is coming to a close, but you have until this Sunday to take advantage of 5 years zero-interest financing on any purchase. Now more than ever, it's the smartest way to buy. You can get that engagement ring or fabulous piece of designer jewelry and spread your payments over 5 years without paying a dime in interest. This amazing offer is good through this weekend only. Diamonds Direct, your love, our passion. Get all the details, including special Sunday hours, at diamondsdirect.com on approved credit.
If you own a business, this has been a bumpy ride. From pandemic to inflation, I'm sure you could use a break. If your business has 5 or more employees and survived COVID, you may be eligible to receive a payroll tax refund of up to $26,000 per employee. The challenge is getting your hands on it. Hi, I'm Howard Mackler, and that's why I founded GetRefunds.com to cut through the red tape and get you the money. The team of tax attorneys we have put together are highly trained in this little-known payroll tax refund program. We do all the work, charge not a dime up front, and simply share a percentage of the cash that we get for you. Businesses of all types can qualify, including those that took PPP, nonprofits, and even those that had increases in sales. We have helped return over $1 billion to businesses, and we can help you too. Just go to GetRefunds.com, click on Qualify Me, and answer a few questions. This payroll tax refund is only available for a limited period of time. Don't lose out on up to $26,000 per employee. Go to GetRefunds.com. That's GetRefunds.com.
Are you or someone you know seeking help for a substance use disorder in Franklin County? Prevent Ed's free peer support service can connect clients with the medication-assisted treatment provider. Our certified peer specialists guide you through the process and ensure transportation to appointments and to pick up medication. Clients can generally be seen by a treatment provider in 24 to 36 hours. Access this free service at 314-246-9788 or at prevented.org/peers.
KFTK FM Florissant.
Driven by the Bommarito Automotive Group.
97.1 FM Talk.
Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Southwest Florida is under assault from Hurricane Ian. Elisa Brady, Fox News.
Hurricane Ian is approaching landfall as a Category 4 storm with winds of 155 miles per hour in Lee and Charlotte counties.
That's the Fort Myers area where Florida Emergency Management Director Kevin Guthrie is also urging people not to be fooled by the eye of the storm.
You're most likely to have bright, sunshiny area here very soon. You're in the eye of the storm. Stay inside. Stay indoors. Do not go outside. You do not know when that eye wall will collapse.
At the same briefing just a short time ago, Governor Ron DeSantis said he knows the storm is drawing comparisons to Charlie, also one of the strongest to ever hit the U.S. in 2004, and which also appeared headed for Tampa before turning more to the south.
Charlie was strong, but it was a fraction of the size of what we're dealing with here with Hurricane Ian. So the effects of this are going to be broad.
Naples, Florida, already reporting record amounts of water, and the storm surge from Ian could be 18 feet in some areas. The governor also warning there will be millions of power outages, with some 300,000 already. But the state has thousands of linemen ready to work on repairs in hard-hit areas once the storm passes, and already working on restorations in other areas. He's also repeating that anyone who did not heed evacuation orders should stay inside now.
Life safety operations will commence as soon as it's safe. to be able to identify people who may be in harm's way and who are in need of assistance.
More than 2.5 million people were ordered to evacuate. Just getting word of a shooting at a hospital near Little Rock, Arkansas. Police say one person is dead and a person of interest in custody. This from an Associated Press report. Law enforcement officials had confirmed an active shooter at St. Vincent Hospital in Sherwood, Arkansas. America is listening to Fox News.
Every search you make, every click you take, they'll be watching you.
Are you tired of being tracked online? There's a simple solution. DuckDuckGo. It's an all-in-one privacy app with a built-in private search engine, web browser, one-click data clearing, email protection, and more, all for free. Download the app today and get the most comprehensive privacy protection with the push of a button. DuckDuckGo. Privacy simplified.
When a cold comes on strong, knock it out with Vicks DayQuil Severe for max strength daytime relief. Just one dose of Vicks DayQuil Severe starts to relieve 9 of your worst cold and flu symptoms to help take you from 9 to none. Power through your day with Vicks DayQuil Severe, the daytime non-drowsy, coughing, aching, fever, sore throat, 9 to none medicine. Use as directed.
Air Comfort Service, heating and cooling, weather.
Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray.
A big old fall high-pressure system has a lock on our weather, and nothing's moving because of the hurricane. Sunshine this afternoon, 67 for the high. Tonight, clear, chilly to cold. A quick drop into the 50s this evening. Spotty frost, really towards morning, but spotty is the key word. 39, 40, nothing widespread. On Thursday, sunny and 68. Friday, sunny, 72. This is 97.1 FM Talk. Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray.
You're listening to St. Louis's home for conservative talk.
What they're able to do economically, culturally, militarily to expand their power, and they have a lot of presence now in our own Western Hemisphere, and you see a lot of leftist governments, Cuba, Venezuela, they welcome in the CCP into our very own hemisphere. We think that that's something that we need to take seriously.
St. Louis's home for conservative talk, 97.1 FM Talk.
Join Mosby Building Arts every Saturday from 12 to 1 p.m. on 97.1 FM. Rich Orse and guests give insider tips about renovations, design, construction, exteriors, and more. Tune in to Right at Home with Rich on Saturdays or catch the podcast online.
Hi, George Weber. Check out my alter ego, Skip Weber, every Saturday night, 9 to 11. The Saturday Evening Rock Show, the greatest rock and roll show on a talk station in the world. Don't miss it.
Babe, you're doing your stress away deep breathing.
I'm proud of me and not stressed at all. In fact,
You're getting inspired because you're picturing your hero, Jerry Kelly, calming himself before the big game.
No, I'm becoming insanely hungry. I can smell your triple toasted ravioli.
Because Jerry Kelly came and cleaned our ducts.
Purged. A Jerry Kelly duct cleaning purges dust, allergens, and bacterial agents.
So, what now?
Time to inhale some pasta.
JerryKelly.com.
When choosing a dentist, it seems so plain that there's a lot of factors that go into it. It's not something you want to think about a lot. So I recommend Fountains Family Dentistry because they will help you not think about it a lot. General dentistry, cosmetic dentistry, dental implants and dentures, anything, no matter where you are in life, whether you're getting to the point where you need that kind of stuff because you're getting older, or if you're young, you got little kids, and you don't know how they're going to react to the dentist, great place to go, Fountains Family Dentistry. They're in Fairview Heights, Illinois. And they will treat you, whether you are at the elder end of the scale or the very young age, they will treat you like a kid because they know that nobody wants to come to the dentist. Everybody wants to have a pleasant experience. So they're very nice and they're very friendly. And that's one of the things that people always comment about online when they leave reviews is just how nice everybody is and easy to work with. So make them your dentist, Fountains Family Dentistry, so that you don't have to think about it or worry about it. Go to fountainsfamilydentistry.com. They're located in Fairview Heights, Illinois. FountainsFamilyDentistry.com.
Hi guys, are you struggling with erectile dysfunction? Did you know that a major medical breakthrough is now available and it isn't a pill? Today, Wednesday, September 28th, we're running a one-day special you won't want to miss out on. Pineview Medical Clinic uses the most powerful form of wave therapy. This is a technology clinically shown to repair blood vessels and improve blood flow. It's backed by 60 clinical studies, including from Cambridge. If you're ready to regain that spark in the bedroom, today is your day. Call us now and you'll qualify for the assessment and ultrasound totally free. Also, a gift that can produce rapid and powerful results in the bedroom. You're going to love that, guys, trust me. And today only, we're offering 6 tune-up treatments to our patients free. This is unprecedented, worth hundreds of dollars. But call today and qualify totally free. 314-530-7777. That's 314-530-7777. Guys, put a stop to your erectile dysfunction and get your love life back. Call Pineview Medical Clinic now to qualify. This offer ends today. 314-530-7777.
If you use a smart speaker, you can listen to 97.1 easier than ever. Just tell it to play 97.1 FM Talk. Or download the Odyssey app for your phone and stream the station whenever, wherever.
That is exactly what I needed to hear.
Thank God someone here knows what they're talking about.
That's us. That's right. Gotta love this American ride.
All right, you need to take the time and get the full picture.
Don't get me wrong, I love the ladies. I mean, they rev my engine, but they don't belong in the newsroom. It is Anchor Man, not Anchor Lady.
What do you want from me? I'm not America's sweetheart.
Goodness sake, kid. Keep your voice down. Your father's listening to the radio.
I'm not America's sweetheart.
This is the Annie Frey Show.
Welcome back to the Annie Frey Show, broadcasting live today in St. Charles, Missouri from the Ruler Foods on West Clay Street. We are out here supporting Princess Storm of Hot 104.1, our sister station. She has a diaper drive, and this is the second year for it, and we said we wanted to step up and stand in the gap and use you to help her meet her goal. So we are hoping that you'll come join us at Ruler Foods in St. Charles, Missouri today. We're here till 3, and just bring a package of diapers and help support families right here in St. Louis. Princess Storm is out here as well, so if you're a fan of hers, be sure to come out and say hi. The whole crew broadcasting out here. And like I said, till 3 p.m., we need your diapers. We need your support for these local families in need. Each Wednesday at this time, we bring our guest on, Troy Murdoch, and we love having him on to talk about the news of the day and also reacting to the culture and the sense of the direction of this country. He's a Fox News contributor, nationally syndicated columnist, and he's here again with us today. Troy, welcome back to the show. Love having you back.
Oh, Andy, it's great to be with you.
You know, I wanted to give you an opportunity to comment. I mean, of course, you're not in the Midwest right now, but we are out here working to put diapers on the bottoms of babies. And we have had so many people who have come out here to support this very local need. And to me, it's striking how much people in the middle of their day can help other people just directly. There's no intervention. There's no big system. There's no program. It's just real people sharing $7 out of their wallet to buy a box of diapers or a package of diapers and to help people in need. And I just wanted to give you the opportunity to comment on that and how maybe that's missing from a lot of the political messages that we often hear from people who want to get elected in office.
Well, I think you bring up a very good point, which is what a lot of us call civil society, and that is what people do to help each other in their neighborhoods, with their friends who are near them, people who with whom they share religious faith or a particular cultural interest, whatever it is. And we often talk about, this helping out with this welfare effort or food stamps or whatever it might be. But a lot of things happen in the private sector, from helping people in disasters like our friends in Florida who are suffering. As soon as the winds die down, you will see people going down there to help rebuild. You'll see people donating to the Red Cross and other groups that are on the ground. I happen to be a big fan of dogs. I very often get in touch with the dog shelters in that area and see if we can help with the dogs who are suffering down there and other places. Anytime you see man-made disasters, terrorist attacks, people step in and help out. So this is something where the goodness of people's hearts often will come out to assist well ahead of the government, well ahead of any public assistance. And this is something that, going all the way back to Alexis de Tocqueville's Democracy in America back in the early 19th century, when America was a young country, he saw the tremendous amount of civic organizations and private groups who were helping other people in need well before we had the Great Society and the New Deal and all these other kind of government efforts.
DeRoy, when I'm thinking about what
this type of civil society here is showing up today, as we're in St. Charles, Missouri, at the Ruler Foods to support this diaper drive. I'm thinking about how kind people are being when they're like, these are everyday people. A lot of people who come here maybe have never heard of 97.1, they've never heard of the Annie Frey Show. They see that there is a need, and they're going into the store, they're coming out with their groceries that they came to buy, and an extra package of diapers, and leaving it at the front door. But across the country, you know, the conversation, the national conversation is very divisive. And it's one that makes us think that we shouldn't talk to each other. We shouldn't look at each other's needs. The political rhetoric is incredibly hateful. And it has consequences. It has consequences on a civil society. I'm curious, you know, somebody who covers what the media is doing and pays attention to what politicians are doing, is that a purposeful thing by the people who get to control the messaging and the narrative to keep us divided so that we kind of stay in our own quarters and maybe don't work to help each other as much?
Well, there's certainly a segment of this country, I think, among the far left, which is not really interested in seeing us get together. What they want as hardcore Marxists, and these are cultural Marxists as opposed to the typical sort of economic Marxists of the old days. Marxists love struggle, whether it be the class struggle, a classic class struggle of the 19th and 20th centuries, or more of a cultural struggle today. And so you get people like the critical race theory folks who say that, well, if you're white, you're an oppressor. If you're black, you're a victim. And A is not going to help B. B is always going to be suffering at the hands of A. And if you repeat that stuff over and over, and especially if you start pumping it into people's kids' heads in elementary school, then you're not going to expect to see white folks be nice to black folks, or black folks be nice to Hispanics or anybody else. And it's just going to be this constant effort for us to be at each other's throats. And there's some people who I think love that. They want to see eventually all sorts of struggle, strife, acrimony, and potentially revolutionary situations. So the last thing they want to see is white people showing up somewhere and buying diapers maybe to help black kids, or maybe black people showing up and helping out low-income white people, whatever it might be. I think there's a very warm, positive, loving sense on the part of most Americans, but there are a lot of people out there who don't like that, and what they really want is to see us basically fighting with each other and hating each other. And the more we tell those people to back off and leave us alone, the better. And I think that's part of what's on the ballot in November.
Yeah, I do too. Jory Murdoch with us right now, nationally syndicated columnist, Fox News contributor, founding member of Project 21. You can learn more about Project 21 at project21.org. Joy, when we're 41 days, I think, away from the election, it's right around the corner. There is a difference between one side of the aisle that wants to, put the responsibility and the risk and the consequence and also the success, and leave it to the American individual to decide for themselves which direction their life is headed. And then another side would like to make a lot of those decisions for you and provide for you security with the price of some of your liberty. In your assessment of what you've been following and covering as we approach the midterms, do you think that the American people are paying attention to issues right now that understand that it does matter who represents you in these elected offices, and that maybe there's a change that's necessary?
I think people are paying attention to that. I think people understand it. You've got one party, as you say, the Republican Party, which wants to see people free, prosperous, and as best they can, taking care of themselves. And then you've got the Democrats on the left, which continue to raise taxes, spend money like crazy. They've launched this tremendous inflation problem from which we're suffering. That has then led the Fed to have to raise interest rates, which is slowing down the economy even more. And then you've got Democrats voting for tax increases, which is the last thing you want to see in a recession, which they created. And on top of that, they're not happy just impoverishing us, but they want to spend every waking moment telling us what to do. You've got these bans on gasoline-powered cars in California that's spreading around the country. Then they're talking about, well, we really don't need air conditioning. Maybe we can get rid of that. Efforts to control people's thermometers. So you've got this other party which is impoverishing us, pitting us against each other racially, and taking away our freedoms, and instead replacing them with orders that they want to bark at us from when we wake up and get out of bed until we crawl back into bed at night. And that's really what the choice on the ballot, between freedom and prosperity, or poverty, strife, and lack of our freedom and increase in command and control.
Joy, before I let you go, I know you're in New York City, and I know that you understand fully the crime problem that exists there. You know, we're in St. Louis. I live in Illinois. They have the Safety Act that is supposed to go into effect on January 1st, which is a no cash bail bill that the supermajority of Democrats there said that they wanted to put in play, and they've got a Democrat governor that signed it into law. I'm curious if crime is as much of an issue across the nation, if you think that this is going to be a deciding factor in how people choose to vote in November.
I think crime will be a huge issue. The polls I've seen, it's usually issue number 2 or 3. It's way up there, and every day more so. I mean, you turn on TV, and we got all these security cameras and Ring cameras on people's front lawns and so on, and front porches, I should say, and you just see endless mayhem. And it's not just one gang shooting another or a drug deal that goes bad, and you have 2 drug dealers killing each other. You've got people. This happened just on the subway in New York. This woman was on her way to work, and some guy tried to talk to her on the subway. She didn't respond, and so he grabbed her, threw her against the wall, kicked her, beat her, broke her ribs. She may lose her eyesight now. This is some supposed homeless guy who's been arrested 7 times already, let back on the street over and over and over again. You've got these prosecutors who don't want to prosecute. You've got people, like you say, Governor Pritzker, who has just signed this law, which is going to take a lot of felonies and basically decriminalize them. And you'd think that it'd be one thing if this happened right after George Floyd. But after everything we've seen, after we've seen the disastrous results of defunding and demoralizing cops, that this late in the game, Illinois would decide, hey, let's double down and do even more of this. It'd be bad enough if they did this, with the smoke coming from the embers of the George Floyd riots. But 2 years later, to do this after all this mayhem and this explosion of crime, for them to do that is just mind blowing. And I think the people who voted for that in Illinois ought to be sent back to the private sector. I hope Pritzker loses his bid for re-election. And the Democrat left, not the right, is the Democrat left pushing this be nice to crime, hug a thug kind of policy. Those people need to be voted out of office, and we need to return to law and order. It's not going to happen with Democrats. It will happen if we have law and order Republicans elected to office in November.
Rory Murdoch, we are always grateful to have you on the show. Today is no different. Thank you so much for spending some of your afternoon with us.
And good luck with your event today. Thank you.
Thank you. We're having great luck. Rory Murdoch, a nationally syndicated columnist, Fox News contributor, founding member of Project 21. When we get back, I think we're going to get Princess Storm here on the show. Man, Hannah, your assessment so far, you keep popping up because people keep showing up with diapers.
Yes, I am just my jaws to the floor. We've had so many listeners come out, families come out, couples come out, so many people, and our listeners are helping one another unload each other's cars and bring the boxes. It's just amazing. I knew our listeners would come out, but I had no idea it'd be like this.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
This is just great.
Ryan, I just need to know how you feel about the parking lot, though. When we showed up here today,
Props to that guy.
They were resurfacing. They resurfaced the parking lot right in front of the Ruler Foods here in St. Charles, Missouri. We're on West Clay Street, and when we showed up, this machine was noisy, to say the least.
And it was right by us.
Right in front of where we had set up the broadcast.
No.
Brian, our engineer out here, working his butt off to get everything set up, and this machine is right. And you know what? It was just a bad coincidence. It just was an unfortunate coincidence of time. But the parking lot looks fantastic. In fact, it'll probably never look better than it does right now.
And it smells like asphalt, and so we are all feeling real good right now.
Do you? Okay, real quick around the table. Who likes the smell of asphalt?
Okay, Okay. I have to stop because I love the smell of asphalt. Because don't.
Hannah's a no.
My dad was a truck driver. He hauled local. He did construction. So the smell of asphalt and diesel fuel. Smell of my childhood, and it just brings back.
And Hannah hates that. That's so rude.
I hate your childhood.
You don't know, and you never will, and I just can't explain it to you.
No, I think I like it. I don't mind it at all.
I like it in smaller doses than
How
the
about
next
4 hours?
2 hours. Yeah, it's we're gonna feel a little woozy, I think, on the way home. So
not at all.
Just look out for when we drive at about 3.
You can't even hardly tell. So please still come out.
Don't listen to anything I just said. It's great.
Come out here and let us know what you think. We are here at the Ruler Foods in St. Charles, Missouri. It's on West Clay Street. It is incredibly easy to get to, and we'd love for you to bring out package of diapers and donate it to the diaper drive that we are supporting here with our sister station and our sister on our sister station, Princess Storm. Her diaper drive, raising diapers for area St. Louis families in need of diapers. We are so pleased and honored to be able to support this with your help. And we'll be here till 2. Let's talk to the woman herself who got this whole thing going, Princess Storm from Hot 104.1 on the Annie Frey Show when we come back.
Interact with Annie on Facebook. The Annie Frey Show. 97.1 is St. Louis's radio destination for information with perspective. It's where St. Louis and beyond comes to talk. Right here, right now. This is 97.1 FM Talk.
We're all on this planet together, so join Odyssey and find your one thing. September is World Ozone Month, so it's a great month to get rid of all your aerosol sprays and replace them with eco-friendly options. Also, check your air conditioner to make sure it doesn't have any leaks and schedule any necessary repairs or maintenance. And lastly, use your car less by walking or biking to close destinations. The ozone layer will thank you. Join Odyssey, and together each of us doing one thing makes a greener tomorrow. What's your one thing?
I'm Brian Westbrook with Coalition Life. Over the past decade, Coalition Life has served thousands of women in crisis pregnancies, helping to save the lives of the children they carry. Help us build a better community while also reducing or completely eliminating your Missouri taxes with a 70% tax credit. A $1,000 donation today to help these women could cost you as little as $141 out of pocket. Learn more at coalitionlife.com, coalitionlife.com. Thank you.
This is a great time of the year to upgrade the energy efficiency in your home with my friends at Window World. Mark Cox here to tell you more about my experience with Window World. They replaced a couple of windows at my house. They were just panes of glass. We wanted to be able to get some airflow into the master bathroom. They came out, they gave us a free estimate, and then had the windows at seams installed in no time. Very professional, lifetime warranty I get, and you get an extra double strength glass on their replacement windows that's not common. So you're getting a great price, simply the best for less. They do front entry doors, rear entry doors if you're looking to replace that back door or sliding glass door in your home. They've got a great selection at Window World. They're also right now offering 18 months, same as cash financing, of course, with approved credit. The preferred window of the St. Louis Blues, 314-993-1800, windowworld.com.
It's time for a $98 AC tune-up.
If you own a house in St. Louis and you want to sell it as is without any inspections or need to make any repairs, call Chris Buys Homes St. Louis at 314-782-8000 or at chrisbuyshomeStLouis.com and get your cash offer without any obligation, commissions, banks, or headaches. Chris buys vacant houses, inherited houses, fixer-uppers, beautiful houses, even the tenant won't pay their rent apartment. Google Chris Buys Homes in St. Louis. That's Chris Buys Homes in St. Louis, and check out the best reviews from satisfied customers. When you sell to Chris, you decide when you want to move, according to your schedule and your terms. Go to chrisbuyshomesinstlouis.com, Google Chris Buys Homes in St. Louis, or call 314-782-8000. That's 314-782-8000. And get the offer you have been waiting for. Chris Buys Homes in stlouis.com, chrisbuyshomesinstlouis.com, or call 314-782-8000.
To have a roof over your head, a nice roof over your head, is very important.
That's Rick talking about his experience with Rhino Shield ceramic coating.
We got Rhino Shield 18 years ago, and they're very cooperative on getting us the right paint. They were in and out and done in no time. Once it was finished, looked great. We were very happy with it.
The main reason Rick called Rhino Shield is because it's backed by a 25-year transferable warranty.
We've watched a lot of people get their house painted 3 or 4 times, and we haven't had to do any of it. I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to have to paint it every 5-7 years.
Take a tip from Rick and put down the paintbrush and call Rhino Shield for your free evaluation. 877-25-RHINO. 877-25-RHINO. Or visit 877-25rhino.com.
We got Rhino Shield 18 years ago. Financially makes sense, especially if it's going to last like this did. Still looks great.
Call now. 877-25-RHINO or 877-25rhino.com.
Don't paint, don't Rhino, go Rhino Shield. Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield. life is brilliant. My love is pure. I saw an angel, of that I'm sure. She smiled at me on the subway.
Oh, I get it.
She was with another man.
Oh, I get it.
I won't lose no sleep on that, cause I've got a plan.
Here we go.
You're beautiful. You're beautiful.
Brad.
Wait,
you're beautiful. It's true.
I know.
I saw your
More diapers walking up right now. We are at the Ruler Foods in St. Charles, Missouri, on West Clay Street, right in front of the most beautiful parking lot in St. Charles now. It's beautiful. Yeah. We have the woman of the hour, Princess Storm, on with us. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. People just dropping them off as we are broadcasting live here. We're collecting diapers. Why? Because Princess Storm stepped up and said she wanted to do this for area St. Louis families in need to put diapers on those baby bottoms that maybe it's a struggle for some people. You stepped up to say you wanted to do this, and we wanted to help you. Princess Storm from Hot 104.1 with us now.
Hi, everybody.
How are you feeling, girl?
I feel amazing, okay? My son just turned 3 yesterday.
Happy birthday. To the boy.
It's out the way.
Yeah.
Diaper drive goal this morning was 10,000 diapers.
That's all you needed to have left for your goal.
Yes. My goal is 50,000. And guess what? With the Annie Frey show, we hit that goal. Do we have like a round of applause?
So exciting. Thank you so much to all of the listeners who have showed up. We've met so many of you today, and being a part of a group effort like this is what we really wanted to do on the Annie Frey show, is to lend our support to Princess Storm with Hot 104.1, our sister station, and support what you guys are doing over there, because it's a really amazing thing, and we thought this is something we can do to help.
No, yeah, I really appreciate you. Like, I cannot say thank you enough. You guys are going to come in with, like, donuts and, like, burgers and so much stuff. Like, honestly, I appreciate you, because so many families are in need. You know, COVID, the pandemic, post-pandemic, the flood. And I just want to make sure, if I can, you know, do my part. I want to help out families. So that's why I took on this massive goal of 50,000 diapers. You know, one thing about diapers and babies, they don't choose to be here. You know, we have these babies, we love them, we take them in, and it's like, if we can help them out by just saying, like, hey, here's some diapers you can take on, it's amazing. So the St. Louis Diaper Bank is going to be very excited.
I can't wait.
Because
No
this
kidding.
is National Diaper Need Awareness Week. You know, this week right here is really important. So this is like the real big push, the real big goal. And we met that goal. So I'm excited.
Just to be
I like want to
clear,
cry low key and
I know.
inside.
You can sit next to Hannah. Hannah, every time she
Hannah's
walks
crying
back to
all
the
the
table, she's like, I'm going to cry again. This is so amazing. And it is. It's wonderful.
So just to be clear, though, if somebody were to show up now that we've hit the goal, you're going to send them home, right?
No, I would never send anyone home, okay? It's amazing to go above and beyond with the goal. So you can still come out and drop off diapers, meet Annie, meet everybody on the show. They're so
Princess Storm.
excited to see you
Meet
guys.
Princess Storm first, because if you meet me, I'm sending you home.
Oh, no.
Ryan.
Don't send them home. No, we need more diapers. I'm, like, so excited. Any size, any brand, come out, and everything counts. Everything makes a difference.
Yeah. Did you want to say something, Brad?
I was just going to say we're not done yet, though. I mean,
No.
we met the goal, but there's more diapers to be collected and more bottoms to be covered.
Yeah.
And so once we've hit the goal, now the time is just to put the pedal to the metal and just keep going.
I still have another drive Friday. I'm like,
Oh, you do?
yeah, I
Oh,
have
that's
another
awesome.
drive. So, like, we're still collecting diapers. And
Tell
it's
me
so
about
awesome.
that. Tell me what's going on Friday. So there are people who, you know, I've gotten messages from people who said, Annie, I'm so bummed I couldn't make it out today. Balls was one of them.
Yeah.
He said he wanted to be out here. He's got 7 boxes of diapers that he needs to get to us somehow. What's going on Friday? There's some more people walking up right now. Hi, thank you. We appreciate you. More people who want to bring them out. What's going on Friday that people could? Thank you so much, sir. Go ahead. Maryville? You drove from Maryville? Thank you so much. Yeah, back on the Illinois side. So, Princess Storm, on Friday, you've got more people, another opportunity for people to contribute, because we do want to blow this goal out of the water.
So Friday, I'll be at Sam's Club in Maplewood. I believe it's 2100 Maplewood Commons Drive.
You know
guys
the
can
address,
come
man.
out
That's
and
awesome.
donate.
If it's 2,200 people, are going to be like, what in the world?
No, you can't miss it. It's a big old Sam's right there.
Yeah.
Come out and donate diapers, 5 to 7 p.m. I'll be out there on site. And then on Saturday, 10/1, I will be at the St. Louis Diaper Bank. And it's like a block party, so you guys can still drop off diapers there. 6141 Hetzel Avenue. And it'll be free food, games and stuff for people in the community just to come out and have a great time. Start from 10 to 2 p.m. Any information I just said and you're like, I forgot, go to hot1041stl.com and you can check out all the information right there.
Perfect. So Hannah, you can jump on here with Ryan. When you have been talking to people, because most of the time when people show up, just like this listener from Maryville who drove all the way over here, when people are walking up, what are they saying here as they're dropping off their diapers?
They're saying that they love the cause. They're so happy to be here. You know, they love the show. Just all positive things, and it's been great. And we've had people, come over from all over the place. That guy, Maryville, Illinois, that's a drive.
Yeah, we know.
And
we made that drive this morning.
And then
basically.
we've also had people say that they're really glad that we had an event on this side of the river.
Yes.
So, like me, I'm excited.
We don't get to, Brad, a lot of the events that we've done it seems as though we get directed towards the Illinois side, and we've been pushing to come over here and be on the Missouri side. Currently sitting here right now, broadcasting live, Princess Storm is here with us. We're going to be here till 3. We are at the Ruler Foods in St. Charles, Missouri, and another person dropping off more boxes.
Oh, no, she's saying that's the last one in Ruler.
We bought Ruler Foods out?
They bought them out.
That's the last box. So come. Walgreens is down the street. Let's buy them out of Ruler Foods and then go to Walgreens.
So it's very close.
I want to bring on Ryan, if you can help here get this set up so that we can speak with John from Heroes Care, because hey Hannah, bring that chair over there for her if you don't mind. Princess Storm, you weren't here when the box truck showed up, but the box truck is sitting right here. Yeah. The Heroes Care box truck, and you can go to heroescare.org. John is with us here. He's the president at Heroes Care. John, talk to us. For people who don't know, you showed up, and Brad, I'll let you tell the story of how we're broadcasting live.
Yeah. So you're getting ready to talk about the hurricane, and he walks up and he hands me a pink sheet of paper with a really big number on it. For those of you watching on the stream, I'm holding it up to the camera. It's got a really big number on it, and he hands me this business card. And I'm looking at the business card, and I'm looking at the thing, and I'm trying to figure out what's going on there. And it's just like, okay, so that's where we're at. It says St. Charles Ruler Foods, and then 21,320, and there's like math on there and all this other stuff. And it looks like a bill. Like, so I was like, I wonder if he's with the sidewalk painting people.
You're like, no, this is Wiggins. Give the bill to Wiggins.
Yeah, this is really expensive. And then I looked over, saw the truck, and the sign on the side of the truck matched the card. And I looked at him. I couldn't say it on air. I was like, is that diapers? And he's like, yes. I was like, Annie, I have to stop you.
Yeah, he did. He stopped me mid-sentence. And over 21,000 diapers delivered here from Heroes Care. And we have the president of Heroes Care, John, here. John, I want you to give you the opportunity to talk to Princess Storm about what you were able to do and what Heroes Care has done in the past in this area and is hoping to do in the future, so that Princess Storm can kind of hear the story of what you're doing and how you got to here today.
Well, I heard you on the air yesterday, and I went, oh, we need to help some people out. And it's kind of who knows who. And it's like, you needed help. Here we are.
Yeah. No, I really appreciate you. We talked off air just over there, and you helping the community is amazing. You helping me is really, really amazing. One thing everyone's asking me when they walk up, they're like, how are you going to get these diapers home?
We'll figure it out. There's more diapers now. Some love's being dropped off. That's awesome.
No, John, I really appreciate you. You don't know if no one told you today or this week, you're awesome and you're amazing, like, honestly.
We all work together as charities, as people, all of us just coming together and doing our little bit. And when one charity needs something, the other charity can step in and help out. I mean, we're all in this together. We're all trying to do great things.
Yeah.
We have, whether it's the military, whether it's civilians, whether it's, pets, whoever, anybody listening has the heart, and they just haven't taken that step to say, hey, I want to throw in. Here's a chance to do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's people helping people, which is what we wanted to do. When Princess Storm, when I was talking to you initially about this, and our friend D to the C kind of put us in contact, he was like, Annie, you need to know about what Princess Storm is doing. I think you can do something here. I wanted to make sure that it was very clear to you that I want to support what you're doing. I didn't want to be like, hey, let's partner and take this over. Like, nothing like that, because what you're doing is amazing. And when, just like what you're doing, John, with Heroes Care, saying, this is what I do, but I can help these people with what they're their heart project is. We wanted to be able to step up and elevate you, Princess Storm, so that you could make an even bigger goal than you had set out to do in the first place.
No, I really appreciate you. We hit that goal, Annie, okay?
I know,
the goal is accomplished, but still.
I want a bigger goal.
We're not done yet. Still come out. Wiggins says no. I said yes. Like, still drop off diapers. You still have time to come out here, come meet us, come hang out. You know, we have Twinkies we're giving out, so it's a lot of fun.
Wait, they're
here.
Twinkies? I didn't know that.
They're giving out Twinkies.
Well, we're going to take a quick break here. John, again, thank you so much.
Hey, thank you for the opportunity.
Of course, absolutely. HeroesCare.org. Learn about this organization and support this organization as well. We are sitting in front of Ruler Foods in St. Charles, Missouri, surrounded by diapers, and we need more. We don't want to stop now. Like I said, we want to blow the goal way out of the water for Princess Storm so that she can deliver these diapers to it's the St. Louis Diaper Bank, and help people who are right here, right now. This is the easiest thing you can do on a Wednesday afternoon. Come see us, come say hi, and we're going to be here until 3 o'clock. Stick around. More Andy Frey Show right around the corner. Reminder, join us on the live stream. You can kind of watch what's going on here, people coming and going the whole time. We are so pleased to be out here, and we'll be back right after this. Don't go away.
You're beautiful, it's true.
The Annie Frey Show is streaming online. Watch us live on YouTube and subscribe. The Mark Reardon Show.
Executive of St. Charles County, Steve Ellman.
The county council decided to reduce our rate so that we would collect the same amount of money on used cars this year as we did last year.
Weekdays from 3 to 6 on 97.1 FM Talk.
Oh, Hank, what a wonderful spider web you have built for us. I love this fabulous space we have right here in the corner of the kitchen.
Thanks, Charlotte. I think I'll build us a vacation web in the coat closet. Maybe even one in Susie's room, too. Oh, no. It's the pest control company again with those green wheels. They always kill the move.
This is Derek, the owner of All Solutions Pest Control. Give us a call today at 636-486-7888.
If a pest-free home is your goal, call All Solutions Pest Control.
Ever wonder what it's like to play in an MLB game? Play Loud is your exclusive look into the fun of the game as we mic up the league's biggest players and follow them with dedicated cameras both on and off the field. Watch game time reactions to some of the biggest plays and follow your favorite players as they chat in the dugout with their teammates between innings. You never know what you're going to see or hear. It's baseball like you've never watched before. Tune in for new episodes of Play Loud only on the MLB YouTube channel.
Our national debt is now over $30 trillion, an increase of over 20% in just the past 2 years. I'm sure you've been told at some point that taxes will be lower when you retire, but do you truly believe that? Now is the time to begin planning for the future of tax increases. Is your financial advisor helping you with tax planning for a tax-efficient future? If not, this is the time to call me, Ken Heisey, at Heisey Advisory Group, 314-328-6000. If you're like most people, you have a portfolio of investments, but a portfolio is not a plan. How have you planned for the potential legislative risk of increased taxes? Call Heisey Advisory Group now and let us help you create a plan to reduce the tax risk in your retirement. 314-328-6000. Again, that's 314-328-6000.
Firm offers insurance services but does not provide tax advice. Investment advisory services offered only by duly registered individuals through A Wealth Management, LLC.
This is Andy Berg, board-certified master arborist with Hanson's Tree Service. Maintaining healthy trees in our urban environment is a challenge, and our trees often don't perform how we'd like. Go to hansonstree.com to find out how we can service your trees today.
Summertime is no time to run out of energy, guys, and Victory Men's Health can help. Mark Cox here. Book your appointment today at any of their 3 locations. They're now in Wing Haven in O'Fallon, Missouri. They're in Town and Country in the original location in O'Fallon, Illinois. Victory Men's Health has 400 plus 5-star Google reviews. There isn't another men's clinic in town that comes close to that kind of rating. Book your appointment today online at victorymenshealth.com.
You're listening to the Annie Frey Show live from the Air Comfort Service Heating and Cooling Studio. Time to get ready for fall. Make sure your furnace is ready to safely heat your home when the first cold snap hits. For heating service, repairs, or a new HVAC system, visit aircomfortservice.com.
What's for dinner? Burgers?
After last week, no thanks.
Avoiding foods due to fear of diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools? It may not be just stomach issues. It could be EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency. EPI can cause uncomfortable symptoms because it's a condition where the pancreas doesn't release enough digestive enzymes to break down food. But EPI can be managed. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor about your symptoms. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
When you're an innovative business, every blinking cursor, every blank page is an opportunity. What will you do with it? Will you make something better or create something new? Our Dell Technologies advisors provide you with tools and expertise to do incredible things. Because we believe there's an innovator in all of us. For advice on smart PCs powered by Intel V Pro that's built for business, call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL.
97.1 FM Talk.
St. Louis's home for conservative talk.
I see your dirty face, hide behind your collar. What is done in vain? Truth is hard to swallow, so you pray to God to justify the way you live a lie, live a lie, live a lie. And you take your time, and you do your crime. Well, you mean your bed.
Welcome back to the Annie Frey Show. Thanks for being with us this afternoon. What a beautiful day. Did you guys hear that? You good? You good?
If you're listening on your radio, you didn't get to see our reaction, but that was hot coming in. Yeah.
Ryan
so
jumped.
Annie's back on the air, just so we all know. Hi, Annie.
Hey.
You good? I'm good. I'm good.
Why are you
good?
wearing a hoodie, Ryan?
I know it's a little bit warm, but
See,
it's
Ryan,
going back and forth.
Ryan keeps putting on and taking off clothing.
Yes.
Mhm.
It's
The
not,
whole
not being
time.
specific. but
I'm
it's
just
weird.
trying to increase web views.
They've gone down. Bye, Greg. Thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Bye, you guys. Thank you.
HeroesCare.org showed up here in front of Ruler Foods in St. Charles, Missouri, where we are broadcasting live from on West Clay Street, and we are supporting the diaper drive from Princess Storm, Hot 104.1 FM, our sister station. She put together this diaper drive, and we said we wanted to do something to support it and to collect diapers for her, and we have diapers, and we need more. You've been talking with a lot of people, Ryan, as they come in, helping unload
So is
people's
Hannah.
trunks.
Yeah, a lot of people coming by and just saying hi. I mean, they're not looking for any notoriety, but just people want to give and be a part of something that's big happening kind of right before our eyes. We had no idea what it was going to be like when we came out here today, but it's huge and lots of people taking pictures, and that's fun. So we'll be out here till 3. We do want to meet you if you're in the St. Charles area. Come by Ruler Foods. A couple people, Officer Gary, who's always on our chat.
Yeah.
This is Officer Barry, so I just wanted to be clear that I was not saying the same name.
Barry.
But Officer Barry, he came by and was just thanking us, I think, for what we do outside of this too, and just I appreciate. I think it was like a lot of mutual affection. We were just appreciating what he does too. And I was just talking to Princess Storm actually, and because some people have asked both in the chat and just in general, well, what happens? You know, when I support a ministry or a charity like this, what's the boots on the ground? You know, how does this happen? You know, I can give diapers, but then how is it helping? Well, all this happens right here in St. Louis. I was actually just asking her, where do they go here? They go to the diaper bank, which is in U City. And anybody who's in need finds themselves, okay, I'm in a spot, I need diapers, I'm out. They can go there and say, hey, look, here's my situation. And the people working it can decide, do you get diapers or not? And so they will. And so it's a wonderful organization. It's a wonderful ministry because they have people there who are willing to kind of walk through the process with you. Okay, yeah, you absolutely do. Here's diapers for you. So you're giving to a good cause that is very, very hyper local, which I think is also important.
So, you know, I think that with what we cover on a regular basis, we cover, of course, a lot of news on the economy. It's no secret that everything costs more right now. Diapers certainly cost more right now. If you are going to the store to buy diapers, to bring them out here, and you're not somebody who buys diapers frequently, you might be a little taken aback by how much a package of diapers costs. Brad, you want to tell us about your? We got a message from Brad yesterday that apparently he learned some things.
Yeah, well, I don't know that I've learned anything. I just learned that I don't know anything about diapers.
Is it overwhelming?
You want me to show you how to use them?
No, I'm good. Thanks, Ryan. All right, bad mental. All right, so anyway.
Wait, cleanse.
Bad for the mental.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah.
All right, web feeds are going down again for some reason.
Yeah, actually, we've been shut down on the internet just entirely. Ruler Foods is like, why don't you go to that grocery store down there?
Man, the radio broadcast was going really well until about 1:45 when that guy, what is he doing?
So anyway, I showed up to Walmart. I was like, I got to get some diapers. I can't just not have diapers and not bring diapers. And so I showed up to get some diapers at Walmart last night, and I walked into Walmart, and Walmart has a huge selection of diapers. So I didn't know there were that many brands of diapers. I didn't know there were that many sizes of diapers. I didn't know which diapers are most needed. So I didn't want to get something that because you do the what do they call it, Huggies and Chuggies parties, and everybody brings.
What? Wait.
What?
Oh, you guys don't know about Huggies and Chuggies?
No.
Okay.
That sounds like a dude diaper
It
party.
is.
That's what it is. It's a diaper party. I've never heard of Huggies
like
and Chuggies.
that.
Yeah,
That's funny.
So it's what the guys do whenever the girls get together for a baby shower.
Oh, man, I want to go to Huggies and Chuggies instead.
Yeah.
So
Me too.
everybody.
Why? That's so sexist.
What?
Why? Not you.
All we do is we design onesies and
Oh my
play
God.
little party games with doilies and stuff.
We just
That
go.
is not what we do.
That's what I pictured a baby shower being.
I can do the ahs at a Huggies and Chuggies party too if that's what needs to happen. But that sounds like more fun to me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest.
We get all made up.
So
Ryan, you go to the wrong parties.
anyway, they bring in, and everybody brings in
I
newborn
wish you could see the
diapers.
judgment that's on our engineer Brian's face right
yeah.
now, listening to Ryan say that. Look at him. Look at how Brian.
It's all right, Brian. Go ahead, give full dose. Full dose.
You can hear his face
Yeah.
right now.
You can absolutely.
So
gagging into his
So I
shirt.
show up because you don't want to buy diapers. You buy if you get newborn diapers for everybody at the Huggies and Chuggies party, then they grow out of them and they haven't used them all up. So you wanted to get diapers that'll work, and so that's kind of the same idea here. Is I want to make sure that I get diapers that are needed. I didn't know what size to get. There was different size boxes. I had a price goal that I was trying to fit. I didn't want to buy crappy diapers. I didn't want to buy diapers.
That felt like judgment.
Yeah, I didn't want to buy diapers that
Crappy
wouldn't be
diapers?
good. Yeah. That wouldn't be
Well,
good
they all
diapers.
are
that would be
crappy
useless.
eventually, right?
Eventually, yeah.
Yeah.
But I also didn't want to get diapers that would be so expensive that I'm not going to maximize it. And there's just so many choices and it's so overwhelming. So I just kind of closed my eyes, spun around in a circle, grabbed a box, and headed out.
Brian on YouTube says, "What dude is going to a Huggies and Chuggies party? What do they do? Drink beer and swap diapers?"
Yeah,
yeah,
pretty much.
pretty
Yeah,
much.
that's exactly what it is.
And
Spot on,
It's what
actually.
you do so that you don't have to go to the baby shower with your wives. I think. So
That's
it's like
exactly it.
you agree to do this thing together and bring in diapers. It's a super helpful thing. And I'll tell you what, as somebody who has had 4 babies, I think we maybe had a diaper. I think we had one diaper bash or diaper party that the men had, and that lasts a lot longer and probably in the long run saves a lot more money for the family when they have the babies to clothe and to put diapers on over the course of time. It's a huge deal. And I know this is somebody who had this, just to celebrate an incoming baby. If you're somebody who is hurting and you need those diapers, it's kind of what I was talking about at the beginning of this segment. Everything costs more. So you go in and did it occur to you at all about a package of diapers costs X, and to think, I think a newborn probably goes through, what would you say? You had 2 first, but 10 to 12 diapers a day easily.
Oh gosh, I can't even remember. That was such a blur.
I mean, you could be changing a wet diaper every 2 hours.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can.
And if you don't change them on time, then you have
You
other.
know what
sorts
always
of
made me
problems.
mad too? Right after you change the diaper. Every time.
What does that mean?
They take a huge dump in it. And then you got to, and you're like, oh my gosh, you know how much these are costing me? And I want to do the diaper service where they come to your door and they give you the little ones that you can reuse. Those things are so outrageously expensive. We're like, I'm not doing that. So everybody just uses the regular diapers, and that's why we're here today. Also, what I'm realizing is we should not have put up that sign that said "honk if you love the Annie Frey Show."
Well, that guy's a huge fan over there. I just assumed it was somebody from Camel X trying to screw up our. That's probably probably Steve.
Yeah, it's our boss.
He's our boss sitting over there honking the horn.
I like you guys, but I like Cam better. So, can I ask you guys a question?
Wait, you just started walking over here. Change the subject.
So, here, question for you. Honest question. When you had, and I don't know that Hannah and Brad will be able to answer this question, so it's just for Annie, really.
Specifically.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna answer
describe
it anyway.
childbirth. No, that's not good.
Describe
yeah.
childbirth?
No,
What?
don't do that.
It's kind of like this show.
Oh.
When you have
Brad, you're my support person.
your second baby or third, or in your case, fourth, do you have a shower every time, or do you just get one for the first one?
What? Oh, you mean? I thought you meant like do you take?
No, not do you take a shower. How often do you shower? I mean, bathe anything. Like I can tell that it's not very often.
The shower after childbirth is the best shower you will ever have. But that's different than what you're talking about right here, right now. What was the question?
Do you get a shower after
No.
the first baby?
No.
Okay, because I thought there was a little bit of an expectation there, maybe for baby number 2, but I thought by 3
No,
and
I
4.
am baby number 2 in my family. There are no showers, and that's what it's like from the get-go. You need to
Oh, so
understand.
you remember?
You're second best.
When you were baby number 2, you were like, "Hey, nobody gave me a
I
shower."
came out and I was like, "Oh, so no shower, huh? All right, this is how life's gonna go."
Skepticism
leftovers.
started day one. This is the way life is. Okay,
I think that there will be people who there are, the first baby, there's a shower for the most part, hopefully. For the second baby, there are a couple instances where maybe a shower will happen, and this is what women do. They have a second shower, but they call it a sprinkle.
Oh yes,
The sprinkle.
Yes.
Because the sprinkle's like a little shower.
I want to go to the Chuggies still.
Yeah, I know. Huggies and Chuggies is where it's at, and I think I've been hosed, and to not be able to go to those parties, this is a very sexist thing. But the sprinkle will be often for a second child or a subsequent child that maybe is a different gender. So all the clothes that you may have had maybe don't work the second time around. Or if maybe the kids are, I would say maybe more than 6 years apart, 5, 6, 10 years apart. If you have another one down the line and you don't have the baby stuff, or the baby stuff you had is maybe not up to date or useful any longer.
Man.
So maybe, but I only ever had showers for my son Charlie, and then naturally I had all girls after that. So
I think there's a lot of politics in that, because if you go to a church or you're involved in some sort of group, there's a lot of, well, should we do the second one? That's why I wanted to know, because I don't remember what happened in ours, but I remember there's a lot of discussion. Is it going to happen or not?
I don't think it's necessary.
Okay, good.
But I do think truly, and I'm not saying this just because we're out here collecting diapers today for Princess Storm's diaper drive at Ruler Foods in St. Charles, but the diaper bash or the diaper shower, the diaper party at work, like that is truly the most helpful thing that you can get. It's for men, for women. If you have somebody in your life who is expecting a baby, if you buy a package of diapers, that is a good gift every single time.
Thank you.
Shout out.
sir.
Thank you so much. Yeah. We got more diapers being dropped off right now. We are sitting in front of the Ruler Foods in St. Charles, Missouri on West Clay Street. It is a gorgeous day out here. The weather could not be more perfect than what we're experiencing right now. Ryan is in the middle of a wardrobe change again. He can't decide whether to keep his clothes on or off. What are you doing?
Right now I'm wearing my shirt as a shawl.
Yeah. It's bizarre.
Do you think it looks okay, though?
Okay,
next.
It's weird. Let's ask Brian, the engineer. He's got lots of opinions. He's not saying any of them, but if you look at him, you know.
I think after watching all of the pomp and circumstance of the Queen's death, I think I like fashion more.
Naturally, this goes to the Queen's death. Pretty soon it's going to be about Trump.
I
Don't
have.
you think? I'm wearing a hat just like the British. I'm wearing now a shawl.
That's
You're
exactly
wearing a
what I was
Cardinals
look like
baseball
Doctor
cap.
Who. I
You're
basically
wearing a
am
Cardinals
Doctor Who.
baseball cap, and what's your shirt say?
I don't know.
Nick
Just
Mason's?
Just grab my nip. This is a Pink Floyd shirt, by the way.
Is it? I didn't
Yeah.
know. I did not touch your nip. Get out of here.
Well, if you'd like to see pictures from today's event, I've been taking about 3 million of them on my phone. So
What are you doing with them?
I
Instagram?
will upload them to our Instagram and our Facebook. If you want to follow our Instagram at Annie Frey Show, and our Facebook page is the Annie Frey Show.
Yeah, it's easy to connect with us. Please connect with us there. We're also broadcasting live, as we normally do, on our YouTube channel, the Annie Frey YouTube channel. We do have a poll today, and I haven't even mentioned it yet. Yes. Are you following coverage of Hurricane Ian as it lands in Florida? Yes or no? We had at 12:25 Dave Murray, our chief meteorologist, on the air to talk about what is coming. Kind of, also, have you ever experienced a tornado, Brian?
Not as close as you have.
Well, and that was as of late. Hannah, have you ever experienced it? Brad, tornado?
Tornado, yes.
Yeah?
Yeah. My grandparents' place was hit pretty heavily by a tornado.
It's a really, really intense thing to go through, but it is so quick. The hurricane just kind of sits and churns and churns and churns. And we've been watching the coverage and seeing it as it is working to make landfall, which seems to be imminent at this time. How it's going to hit Florida, what it's going to hit in Florida. Looks like Fort Myers is going to be the destination for the worst of it. And they're saying that the peak storm surge right now is going to be 12 to 18 feet.
That's ridiculous.
Wow. That is intense.
That's ridiculous.
So if you are following it or not, I'd love to know what your thoughts are on it, if you're paying attention to it. If you want to know more, we're going to get Dave Murray back on the show either tomorrow or Friday to continue to cover this as it moves through Florida. And go to the Annie Frey YouTube channel, vote in the live chat poll in the live chat section. Are you following coverage of Hurricane Ian as it lands in Florida? We are at the Ruler Foods. Yeah, you hit that guy too. We're at the Ruler Foods in St. Charles, Missouri. We're waiting for you to show up and say hello, bring a package of diapers, and help a great cause. Stick around, more Annie Frey Show right around the corner. Need to lose weight? Well, Slim 180 can help you through that process. I want to make sure that you understand that myslim180.com is the destination on the internet for you to go learn about how I lost weight when I was recovering from having babies and also the extra COVID weight that I put on. I went to Slim 180 and they helped me. They used the HCG program with me and I was able to drop 22 pounds in less than a month. I want you to give them the opportunity to talk to you about the programs that they have. Nutritional guidance programs, the HCG program, with the best staff, the support staff that you need, the counseling that you need to walk you through these programs so you understand what's going on and you have the success that you're setting out to have. If you're looking to lose a little bit of weight or if you need to shed, over 100 pounds, do so with Slim 180. They can help you through this process with confidence. Don't put it off any longer. They have 6 locations around the St. Louis area, but you can find out all the details online, hours and programs and such at myslim180.com.
Hi guys, are you struggling with erectile dysfunction? Did you know that a major medical breakthrough is now available and it isn't a pill? Today, Wednesday, September 28th, we're running a one-day special you won't want to miss out on. Pineview Medical Clinic uses the most powerful form of wave therapy. This is a technology clinically shown to repair blood vessels and improve blood flow. It's backed by 60 clinical studies, including from Cambridge. If you're ready to regain that spark in the bedroom, today is your day. Call us now and you'll qualify for the assessment and ultrasound totally free. Also, a gift that can produce rapid and powerful results in the bedroom. You're going to love that, guys, trust me. And today only, we're offering 6 tune-up treatments to our patients free. This is unprecedented, worth hundreds of dollars. But call today and qualify totally free. 314-530-7777. That's 314-530-7777. Guys, put a stop to your erectile dysfunction and get your love life back. Call Pineview Medical Clinic now to qualify. This offer ends today. 314-530-7777.
My name is Dr. Brooke Bello. I'm not a political figure. I'm a survivor. When I was a kid, I was trafficked, drugged, and raped. The traffickers forced me to have multiple abortions. Had my mother been notified, she could have intervened, called the police, and saved me from years of exploitation. Last year, I told my story to General Assembly and Governor Pritzker, pleading with them to preserve the right of Illinois' loving parents to know if their daughters are about to undergo an abortion. Governor Pritzker ignored my cry. He took away the very thing that could have saved me and is needed to protect those being exploited today. Parental rights that protect our kids should never be in doubt. This is personal to me, and I hope it's important to you when you vote this November.
Paid for by people who play by the rules PAC.
KFTK FM Florissant.
Driven by the Bommarito Automotive Group.
97.1 FM Talk.
Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Rainfall is imminent. Lisa Brady, Fox News. The National Hurricane Center expects it to happen soon in the Fort Myers area, where Hurricane Ian is centered less than 25 miles away now. But it's done plenty of damage already, more than 600,000 without power statewide, and some areas already underwater.
I'm sitting on the second floor of City Hall.
Teresa Heitman is the mayor of Naples, which is south of Fort Myers.
I just saw a firefighter go out on paddleboard. We are in dangerous situation.
Naples reporting a record storm surge already with high tide this afternoon. But forecasters are warning of catastrophic flooding just north of there with a surge of up to 18 feet. Fox's Eben Brown is farther up the coast in Tampa.
Tampa Bay is dry. Its water receded as a result of Hurricane Ian moving the sea water down the coast.
Where'd the bay go? Who took the bay?
People are out walking the dry land where the water was. Down near Fort Myers, the eye of the storm is approaching. Florida Emergency Manager Kevin Guthrie says do not be fooled.
Stay inside.
As the eye passes, the strong winds come back nearly 155 miles an hour.
Severe impacts aren't limited to the Gulf Coast. Parts of central and northeast Florida could get up to 2 feet of rain as Ian crosses the state. Eastern Georgia and coastal South Carolina could get up to a foot. The White House urging oil and gas companies against price gouging.
We know that disruptions from hurricanes can pose challenges to markets, but the latest projections show that major refineries should not be impacted by Hurricane Ian.
Spokeswoman Karine Jean-Pierre, separately gas prices have already been on the rise, up for the past 8 days after dropping for more than 3 months from June's all-time high. America is listening to Fox News.
Every search you make, every click you take, they'll be watching you.
Tired of companies like Google and Facebook watching everything you do online? There's actually a simple solution. DuckDuckGo. It's an all-in-one privacy app with a built-in private search engine, web browser, one-click data clearing, email protection, and more, all for free. Download the app today and get the most comprehensive privacy protection with a push of a button. DuckDuckGo. Privacy simplified.
When cold symptoms keep you up, try Vicks NyQuil Severe for max strength nighttime relief. Just 1 dose of Vicks NyQuil Severe starts to relieve 9 of your worst cold and flu symptoms to help take you from 9 to none. Get some rest and feel better with Vicks NyQuil Severe. The nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, sore throat, stuffy nose, fever, best sleep with a cold. Medicine. Use as directed.
Air Comfort Service, heating and cooling, weather.
Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray.
A big old fall high-pressure system has a lock on our weather, and nothing's moving because of the hurricane. Sunshine this afternoon, 67 for the high. Tonight, clear, chilly to cold. A quick drop into the 50s this evening. Spotty frost, really towards morning, but spotty is the key word. 39, 40, nothing widespread. On Thursday, sunny and 68. Friday, sunny, 72. This is 97.1 FM Talk. Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray.
The Mark Cox Morning Show.
Dick Morris, he's an author, he's a pollster.
Pro-life sentiment in the country has increased by 5 points, and pro-choice sentiment declined by 5 points.
Weekdays from 5 to 9 a.m.
I think that the Democrats have gone from being pro-choice to pro-abortion, and their whole focus now is to celebrate abortion. That is undermining the entire basis of the Democratic campaign.
97.1 FM Talk.
Would you like a cleaning product that can be used in the garage, the laundry, and the kitchen, and save space in your cabinet? Hi, I'm Bruce Fabrizio, inventor of Simple Green. To learn more, visit us at simplegreen.com.
We are all on this planet together, so join Odyssey and find your one thing. September is World Ozone Month, so it's a great month to get rid of all your aerosol sprays and harsh cleaning products. Join Odyssey, and together, each of us doing one thing makes a greener tomorrow. What's your one thing?
Diamonds Direct's unbelievable zero-interest finance offer is coming to a close, but you have until this Sunday to take advantage of 5 years zero-interest financing on any purchase. Now more than ever, it's the smartest way to buy. You can get that engagement ring or fabulous piece of designer jewelry and spread your payments over 5 years without paying a dime in interest. This amazing offer is good through this weekend only. Diamonds Direct, your love, our passion. Get all the details, including special Sunday hours, at diamondsdirect.com on approved credit.
Insulate and fill gaps in your home with Menard's wide selection of foam sealants. Great stuff gaps and cracks, expands to form permanent, weather-tight seals to minimize drafts and insect infestation. It bonds to wood, drywall, metal, masonry, glass, and most plastics. Come into Menards today and save 11% on great stuff. Foam sealants. Good through October 2nd. Savings are a mail-in rebate. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Save big money at Menards.
Attention veterans. If you were stationed at Camp Lejeune between 1953 and 1987, you and your family may be victims of toxic water poisoning. Cancers, birth defects, deadly illnesses have all been linked to the contaminated water. Congress is now holding the government accountable. You could be awarded financial compensation for your suffering, but you must act now. Visit sickvets.com for your free case review by True Law. That's sickvets, like veterans.com. sickvets.com. Visit sickvets.com.
Hi, I'm Mandy Moore. We can do great things when we stand together. Stand Up to Cancer is closer than ever before to achieving its mission to make every cancer patient into a long-term survivor. So get on board and stand up to cancer with us. To learn more about how you can support this groundbreaking effort and get Advantage Miles, go to standuptocancer.org/American Airlines.
Are you or someone you know seeking help for a substance use disorder in Franklin County? Prevent Ed's free peer support service can connect clients with the medication-assisted treatment provider. Our certified peer specialists guide you through the process and ensure transportation to appointments and to pick up medication. Clients can generally be seen by a treatment provider in 24 to 36 hours. Access this free service at 314-246-9788 or at prevented.org/peers.
Download the Odyssey app to listen to 97.1 FM Talk and find content that moves you. Anytime, anywhere. The Odyssey app for 97.1 FM Talk on the go.
That is exactly what I needed to hear.
Thank God someone here knows what you're talking about.
That's us. That's right. Gotta love this American ride.
All right, you need to take the time and get the full picture.
Don't get me wrong, I love the ladies. I mean, they rev my engine, but they don't belong in the newsroom. It is Anchor Man, not Anchor Lady.
What do you want from me? I'm not America's sweetheart.
Goodness sake, kid. Keep your voice down. Your father's listening to the radio.
I'm not America's sweetheart.
This is the Annie Frey Show.
Welcome back to the Annie Frey Show. What a beautiful day in St. Louis, and we are so happy to be sitting out here in front of broadcasting live in front of Ruler Foods in St. Charles, Missouri, folks. You are all showing up in great force, and we are so proud to be associated with you in this effort. We have a diaper drive going on right now. Our sister station, Hot 104.1 FM here in St. Louis. Princess Storm is on Hot 104.1, and she put together Diaper Drive, and we said, the Annie Frey Show in 97.1, we want to get behind that, and we want to support you, Princess Storm, and what you're doing. And folks, you have shown up in force, and we are here until 3 p.m. There's more sidewalk to fill. Ryan, you've been helping people in and out of their cars, their trunks, dropping tailgates full of diapers. This has been, I think when we said we wanted to do this, we all looked at each other, we're like, our people will show up. They'll show up. They'll totally show up. They'll show up, right?
And they have, and it's been fun because we've been highlighting the fact that there's been a couple people who came by who dropped off a whole bunch of diapers. And, you know, that's awesome. Obviously, that gets you higher up and closer to the goal and now over the goal. But, you know, special thanks to those who just heard us talking last couple of days or heard us talking today even and just dropped by. Maybe even just didn't even know we were here and went into Ruler and said, oh, I really support this cause. it's really been neat to see how many people are listening at any given moment, and then if you're in the area, how many people are willing to stop out of their day? Maybe you're in the middle of work, and a couple people have said, you know,
lunch break.
Yeah, well, even beyond that too, you know, I skipped out of work for a minute. You know, I won't say who it is, but cool. It was very cool to see people just coming out and doing that. So thank you to everybody.
We sold out Ruler Foods. Their diaper selection is gone.
I think they have like a few pull-ups left, maybe, but we've had people show up and say, you know, here's $50. I want to get $50 worth of diapers. And they've gone across the street to Walgreens. Walgreens, I can see the Walgreens sign from right here. If you're coming to Ruler Foods here in St. Charles, Missouri, we are on West Clay Street right now, and we're so excited for what we've been able to collect so far, but we really want to knock this out of the park. Please consider picking up some diapers, bringing them out to see us. On the breaks, we're shaking hands and meeting people, and we'll take pictures with you, or you can take pictures with all the diapers, because of what you're doing right now here in St. Louis to help these local families who need diapers. This is a basic necessity, and while prices are skyrocketing on everything, diapers, all those supplies that go along with raising a baby, those prices are going up too. You can actually, you know, be a blessing to somebody who is your neighbor here in St. Louis. Brad, what has it been like for you to come out here and experience? You've talked with so many people as they've been getting out, and you've been helping people as well. It's been pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool because people are just happy to help. It's like they've been waiting for a chance to do something like this, and so they get to come out. They're excited to meet us, but I think they're even more excited to drop off some diapers to help people out, to you know, do something nice for somebody. And that's really, I think, something that we really undervalue in society today, is just to do something nice. Oh, at church we call it random acts of kindness.
Yeah.
Just do something nice for somebody for no other reason other than to be nice. And I get that impression from people, but they're also on a mission. They're looking to help. So it's really cool to talk to people.
You know what's neat, Annie, is that we talk, I mean, how often do we talk about, in the last year and a half especially, we've talked about inflation. I mean, inflation is out of control, and we usually approach it from the political standpoint, and we mentioned this, but I think being out here today and being a part of a charity / ministry that's reaching lower income people who need diapers, who have babies who need diapers, this is the kind of stuff that inflation is affecting. These are the kind of people that inflation is affecting the most. The lowest income people are facing this the worst because the prices of everything go up. Well, the price of how much you're making isn't changing. You know, even if you're getting a raise, most people, you're able to weather that best if you're in the middle class / upper class. Those who are at the bottom of that chain, they're feeling inflation the hardest. And so it's good to not just be talking about it politically, but to be out here doing something about it and people showing up and doing something.
We talked with Operation Food Search 2 weeks ago. Was it last week or 2 weeks ago? They were working to help veterans in the St. Louis area. But talking to Operation Food Search, they're talking about how many, like the expansion of how many people are seeking out. They have food insecurity and they need food to feed their families. And the people who are having to reach out to food banks has increased significantly because the economic burden that we're experiencing on a day-to-day basis right now is increased. You can be a part of blessing people by showing up today at Ruler Foods in St. Charles. We're on West Clay Street. You can be a blessing to somebody by showing up here and dropping off a simple package of diapers. It's really that simple. When people are driving by, dropping stuff off, they're waving out the windows.
It's super cool.
We've met Jackie, we met Dan, we met Vicky from the live chat. We've had so many people show up who, Brad, before you became the executive producer of this show, you were one of those people, a faithful person in the Annie Frey YouTube live chat, talking with people in the community. Like, you helped create, actually, that community that exists on our social media platforms. But these are real people, and they want to help in real ways.
Yeah, it's so cool to get to meet everybody in person, too. That was like,
amazing.
Before I was part of the show, like my super exciting things to do would be to come out to events that Annie would do. Part of it was I get to meet Annie, but the other part of it is I got to meet all of you guys that listen to the show, and it's like, all right, now I can put a face with the weird emoji or whatever your individual analog is on YouTube, and I get to meet you, and I get to say hi, and we get to meet face to face. I've actually developed some really good relationships and friendships with people through that. So it's a nice chance to come out to meet some people, meet people that you chat with every day on our stream, and do something good for people.
That's great. Hannah, you monitor the chat every day. It's kind of your specific role on a daily basis to watch the comments. Today's YouTube live chat poll is, are you following coverage of the hurricane as it lands in Florida? Yes or no? If you go to the Annie Frey YouTube channel, you'll see in the live chat area a poll there. We do that every day. Sometimes they're a little more politically charged. We didn't want to do that today. So as Hurricane Ian is landing in Florida, I wanted to know how many of you are paying attention to this and following this storm, as it could, I don't know what the latest information is, but they were talking like it could be a Category 5 by the time it makes landfall. But Hannah, you're monitoring this chat, you're seeing these names, their comments, we kind of know the personalities of people, like when you see the frequent names, but then someone shows up here with a package of diapers, it's awesome.
I don't see their faces, so when they come and they'll say, like, we had Dan C come today. I'm like, Dan C, you comment every day. You asked us a question on Friday that we talked about, like, a whole segment. And it's really, really great. And something that warms my heart almost even more is to see our listeners interact with one another. We've had people who have dropped off diapers at noon that are still here, and they're still talking to, other listeners that come around. And that just warms my heart, and it's great. And to see the support for the diaper drive is great. To see the support for our show is great. And I know I can speak for our whole show when I say we are so appreciative for every single one of you for commenting every day, for coming out today, and just supporting us always. We love you guys, and we are so, so grateful. So thank you.
Yeah, I can't second that any more than what you've already said. I do want to highlight, we've got Paul, he's been here helping people. Did you just take $50 from somebody to go to Walgreens to get some?
Yep.
You did. Someone was like, hey, they have more diapers in there now? Ruler Foods they've got more out. Yes, come buy them.
They had a shipment.
Come buy the diapers and then put them outside the store so that we can donate them to the food bank. We've had people stop by and they want to make a monetary donation. Princess Storm has told us there's a way that you can make a monetary donation right now from wherever you are. If you can't make it here, I can't stress enough how much $5 makes a difference. I think a package of diapers, like a standard, that package of Huggies right there, size 1, there are 32 diapers in there. I bet that cost about, what would you say, $8 or $9, maybe?
For the package, probably.
That probably about $8 or $9. I mean, if you have $10 to donate, you're going to be able to buy a decent sized package of diapers for somebody. Do you have the information on the monetary donation?
So yeah, you can make the monetary donations at you can go to the Odyssey.com website /Hot1041 events. Princess Storm. She's doing the second annual diaper drive. If you scroll down on her page, down toward the bottom there's a little hyperlink where you can make it says monetary donation. You just click that and it'll get you all set up and linked to that.
Yeah, it's a super simple thing to do, and you don't have to donate like thousands of dollars in order to make a difference. One package of diapers, $10. That makes a difference.
It sure does. Yeah, and that's I think one of the things we don't highlight enough on the show, and doing something like this today really shows, is how many people are listening at any given moment. There's a lot of people, and I think that's because it feels all the time, especially with an administration that's in place right now, like it's us against the world and that we're kind of the underdog. But guess what? We're the ones making the difference. You're out there doing this every day. And like Annie said, $5, $10, whatever it is, or if you can make it out here and bring diapers, this is the kind of stuff that makes a difference, that it is not getting press coverage. So it may not feel like you're making a difference when you're doing this kind of stuff every day, when you're donating to your church, when you're doing good works that have nothing to do with the government. They really don't even have to do anything with politics. They're just you saying, I want to make a difference. I want to do what's right. That's what we're seeing today, and it's fun to see. And so, like Annie just said, if you can't make it out here, there is a way that they just set up that you can be a part of this whole thing.
We shared the link to the donation, and it's on Hot 1041 FM's website. So we shared it on our YouTube live chat, and Hannah, I'm going to get it to you so that we can post it on our Annie Frey Show Facebook page, and we'll share it there as well. But if you go to the Hot 104.1's website and you look under the events, her diaper drive is right there, and it's the monetary donation, super simple to make at the bottom. The other thing that I want to stress here is that this is a positive thing. It is a positive feeling, and it feels good to do good.
Yes.
And what you were saying, Ryan, there's so much news that we cover in the day. I mean, I've got a whole sheet here. Like, let's here's the things that we could be normally talking about on a Wednesday.
Just the titles.
Inflation in the economy, Hurricane Ian, the midterms, China, Iran, crime, fentanyl overdoses, abortion, parents' rights, YouTube censorship. These are all things that are real important issues. These are things that matter. When we talk about these things on the show, it matters, and we have to balance talking about these issues with you and having these conversations with you with the other side of it, which is how do we provide solutions for problems that exist in our world right now so that we have this sense of accomplishment. There's nothing wrong with feeling like you did something good today and having that put a little extra pep in your step, because that's contagious to other people. Ryan, when we were talking with, I think it was Nathan, early on, before the show even started, he said he likes how we break it up and how we keep it light. And we get those comments from listeners. I get a lot of feedback from you folks. I get the good feedback. I get the bad feedback. I read all of it. And we appreciate that, because ultimately what we're doing here from noon to 3 on 97.1 is serving you, and we need you to be a part of that conversation. But we hear that a lot, Ryan. I know that you hear that as well, that when we work to try to keep it light, that's what keeps people listening, because otherwise the burden is almost too much to bear.
Well, I think, too, balancing it, because we do talk about real stuff, and these are big issues, and they can feel overwhelming. And so just coming at it with seriousness, but also sometimes with levity, to say, look, there's only so much you can do in any given moment. And then today, we talk about these things, I don't want to say in theory a lot. We talk about them as real issues, but we are always talking about how often are we talking about get the government out of the way and let people do the work that needs to be done for any of these things you just read right here. Sure. I would say most of them are things that if we got the government out of them, a lot of them would be better. I mean, some of them are purely political issues, but some of them are not. And today we're seeing what it looks like to allow people to express that and to act and just say, here's the need. You're going to meet it? And people have said, absolutely. And now we're actually over the need, and people still continue to show up.
And, the need is greater than our goal was. That Princess Storm is. Right. But Princess Storm is saying to herself, what can I do? This is what I think I can do. And when she put this goal out, she talked to us. She was kind of fretting from time to time about the size of the goal.
Yeah, a little behind the scenes.
Yeah, and we're like, no, let's help you do it. Let's get you across that goal. Hannah just popped up again. Another hatch opened up on a vehicle.
Hello,
that is a huge box of Huggies. That box is as big as Hannah is. And we've got people walking up, and we're helping you unload. And guys, this is what it's about. Showing up and doing something and contributing. We are at the Ruler Foods in St. Charles, Missouri. We're on West Clay Street. Our whole show is sitting out here. I think I'm gonna let's tease this a little bit, because the experience in the industry that the four of us have from radio, we're kind of knocking on wood when we start to do something like this. We say we want to bring people out and collect these diapers. We're hoping that you show up with diapers. We're hoping that we don't sit out here and nobody shows up.
Yeah,
we're
we don't know.
What are we doing with our lives? What we thought people were listening and nobody is, but clearly you guys are showing up in force. But also just the mechanics behind putting something like this together. We'll tell you a little bit about the arc of today and how this came to be and what we saw when we showed up and what you have made this day for us. Thank you so much for everybody who's shown up. We're going to be here for another 35 minutes. We'll be here till 3 p.m. at the Ruler Foods in St. Charles, Missouri, collecting diapers to support St. Louis families, local people, your neighbors who need help. This is an opportunity to step up and show up. And so far, you guys are doing a fantastic job. We're not done yet. Come see us. We'll be here until 3 o'clock, and we need your support. You're doing great so far. We're going to take a quick break. More Andy Frey Show right around the corner when we come back.
Find the podcast, on-demand audio, and more at 971talk.com/Annie. Second Amendment Radio is a staple of solid firearm information on 97.1 every weekend. Saturday from 3 to 4 and Sunday from noon to 1. It's Second Amendment Radio and the great outdoors. 97.1 FM Talk.
You've worked very hard to build what you've got, so you definitely don't want to waste money, but the older you get, the more you realize, actually, I almost don't want to waste time more than anything. So let's talk about a luxury dealership that's going to save you both. Genesis of St. Charles. This is the best kept secret in St. Charles area. They have the most available inventory of Genesis vehicles, but when I talk about time and money, what I'm saying is they're not going to charge you over MSRP, which isn't happening a lot right now, which saves you time because you can go in, you know exactly what you're going to pay, you can see the models, you can just pick. That's what's great about it. You don't have to do the whole song and dance going back and forth with let me go talk to my boss and let me see. But you're also going to save money because so many people are charging over MSRP, and you're going to find out that Genesis cars are actually within your budget more than you even think. So go to Genesis of St. Charles to get that kind of treatment. Don't waste your time and don't waste your money. Go to Genesis of St. Charles. They're part of the St. Charles Automotive Campus, just a quarter mile east of Mid Rivers Mall, online at genesisofstcharles.com.
Hey guys, Mike Valeni for Cash the Ticket podcast. If you like sports betting or if you just like sports, it's the podcast for you. We try to cover all the big games and maybe some of the games you didn't even know were important, give you some angles, pick some winners, have a good time, and hopefully help you meander through college and pro football season. So join us a couple times a week to get all your information you need to bet the games that you watch. It's Cash the Ticket on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
It's time for a $98 AC tune-up.
Here's one thing you can do to beautify your property and help prevent stormwater pollution. Create a rain garden. Rain gardens help reduce polluted stormwater from entering waterways, which can hurt both water quality and the wildlife that inhabit them, and prevent water overflows. Excessive runoff can erode banks and increase flooding. Visit msdprojectclear.org to find out more about rain gardens and your flood risk. Know your zone. This One Thing message brought to you by MSD Project Clear. What's your one thing?
You want to retire soon, but everyone keeps telling you to wait until you're 65. After all, that's the age that you qualify for Medicare and you're close to full retirement age. I'm Marvin Mitchell, president of Compass Retirement Solutions. In my new book, Retire Early, The 9 Critical Decisions When Retiring Before 65, I discuss proper planning to help make early retirement possible. When to take Social Security, what to do with your 401k, health care, how to maximize retirement income, and much more. Get a complimentary copy of Retire Early by calling 1-800-743-8510. That's 1-800-743-8510. Can you retire early? Call 1-800-743-8510 for your copy of Retire Early, the 9 critical decisions when retiring before 65.
Investments and services offered through Compass Retirement Group, a registered investment advisory in Missouri and Illinois. Compass Retirement Solutions is not affiliated with the U.S. government or any governmental agency.
Come to the enchanted attic. Come to the enchanted attic. Come to the enchanted attic.
Diane, what are you doing?
I'm chanting. Come to the enchanted attic.
Well, why do you keep saying come to the enchanted attic?
Duh, because it works like magic. Tony, every time I say come to the enchanted attic, people show up at our store.
Well, you can keep chanting if you want to, but I know why people shop at our store.
And I know what you're going to say. It's those healing gemstone mugs you picked out.
Yes.
And our large crystal and stone collection that you picked out.
Yes.
But what about our unique silver and gemstone jewelry?
That you picked out?
Yeah.
Well, it is pretty amazing.
So come to the Enchanted Attic, 304 South Main Street in historic St. Charles, 636-949-9502. Free gift with every purchase. We love this store.
Welcome back to the Andy Frey Show. Sitting out in front of Ruler Foods in St. Charles, Missouri. The diapers keep coming, but you still have time to get here. We're here until 3 p.m. collecting diapers for the diaper drive that has been put on by Princess Storm of Hot 104.1. A friend of the show, Rudy Beck, just stopped by of Beck and Lennox Estate Planning and Elder Law, has been a longtime friend of the Andy Frey Show and so generous. He's going to go in and purchase some diapers from inside right now. Is amazing. You can learn more about Beck and Lennox Estate Planning and elder law at beckelderlaw.com. This is what I love so much about today is that the people who we have seen out here, Vicky from the chat was out here, and she has said that this brightened her day. They're brightening our day.
She brightened our day.
It's
real.
reciprocal.
Yeah, it's so awesome to meet all of you guys, get to say hi to you, put faces with names.
Yes.
And just watch you guys do your thing. It's really cool.
The amount of love today is just, it's great. I've cried twice. I'll probably cry again on the way home, and then when I get back, it's just...
Well, when Rudy showed up here, he wanted to make a monetary donation, and I said you can do that online. So if you go to the Hot 104.1 website, you can see the diaper drive under the events section, Princess Storm's diaper drive. And nope, that's not 97.1 FM. It's our sister station, Hot 104.1, but we wanted to support what they are doing on their station to help local families in need. That monetary donation link is on the bottom of that event page, but also he's going to go in and he's going to buy some diapers right now. They restocked the shelves in Ruler Foods because we bought them out. So they had some stock in the back. They got it out. So there's some more. What's that? They've restocked it 3 times. Oh, that's so fantastic. I love it.
Awesome.
Princess Storm is out here with the cutest 3-year-old, newly freshly 3-year-old that I've ever met, Ace, who is pounding a package of M&Ms right now. So come and
cute as a button.
And then also incredibly cute and pounding candy, Ryan Wiggins is here too.
Yes.
We interrupted his Snickers to do the show. Sorry.
I think everybody knows that I do eat like a 3-year-old.
Did you get that when you were in there grocery shopping on the break?
Yes, I did.
He walked out with bread. And went and put it in his car.
And I want you to know that I really tried hard to sneak that to my car without you guys knowing that I was just doing some random grocery shopping.
I think Steve, our boss, is the one who's like, "Are you grocery shopping right now?"
The big boss.
Yep. Speaking of bosses, by the way, if you are going to come out here before 3 o'clock, we will not out you to your boss if you tell us not to.
No, we'll even sign like a doctor's note.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
If you come out here and you're like, hey, my name's Derek, and don't tell my boss I'm out here, we'll be like, okay, there was a guy out here who was not named Derek.
Yeah.
And we will not then say the company name, so nobody will ever know.
Was Merrick.
That's right. Merrick.
Merrick.
And he might work for the DOJ. He brought diapers.
Oh, this day started off in a very interesting way. Oh, they're driving on it now.
Oh, are we allowed to?
Oh, I don't know. I think they're breaking the rules.
This is exciting. This is a new development.
Fresh.
So we showed up today. Brian, our engineer, got everything set up, pristinely set up. And unfortunately, half of the parking lot, it's just half. I mean, the door to Ruler Foods is easily accessible. But half of the parking lot, because this is in a strip mall here on West Clay Street in St. Charles, Missouri, half of the parking lot was being resurfaced. And it had been completely resurfaced, but they hadn't striped it yet. So it's like taped off. And I'm like, oh, that's not good. Because where we were sitting originally was way down the way, and like you wouldn't even know that we were here. But if people were parking here, then it would be A-okay. Well, then they were striping it, and that striping machine was a little noisy. Brian was not having it. He was like, "You've got to be kidding me!" And this guy was super kind, super nice, and he was out here working his butt off to get this thing striped for us.
Sorry, what?
And I can't stress enough how beautiful this brand new striped parking lot actually is. So it's finished now, and people have just come up to park on it at Ruler Foods in St. Charles, Missouri. And here comes a truck.
Yeah, I also want to acknowledge that one of the things that I've learned today is how many people have car alarms and don't know it. It's really remarkable.
You never know what's going to happen when you're broadcasting live on the scene. You show up, and there's a machine that's like, and it's sitting right in front of you, and they're like, okay, you're gonna stripe this whole parking lot.
When I walked up, I was like, oh no, is that a hulalala?
A hulalala.
And you were like, yeah, I think it is.
How do you spell that?
H-U-L-U.
I was gonna say L.A.
I don't know.
Lola, Lala.
It's up to interpretation because it depends on the translation, just like the Bible. But
Ryan, we need to have a conversation.
Let's discuss theology now. The other thing is weather. You never know what the weather's going to be like.
I was going to say, today, it's awesome out here.
Could it be better?
No, it's beautiful, and apparently it's going to be beautiful for a few days. We've been talking about this Hurricane Ian stuff that's happening. We talked to Dave Murray, in the 12 o'clock
12:25.
hour. Yeah, and got some insight as to what's going to happen over the next 24 hours roughly, but also how it's going to affect St. Louis. And apparently this weather that we're experiencing right now is going to be here for a few days. And if you haven't been outside today and you need an excuse to do so, we're right here. So
Yeah.
come see us. It's really awesome. It's a good day to be out.
My phone says that it's 66 degrees in St. Charles, but the real feel is 73 degrees.
Perfect.
There literally is not a cloud in the sky where we're sitting right now.
Oh, this is amazing. This
It's
is beautiful.
just absolutely beautiful. So take 15 minutes or wherever if you're in the driving distance of Ruler Foods in St. Charles, Missouri on West Clay Street, come out here and be a part of something that's very positive. We are collecting diapers. Diapers continue to be brought up here, and it's just absolutely amazing to experience the generosity that you have brought to us and that we get to pass along to Princess Storm and her diaper drive, to be a part of something bigger than us.
Bigger than us, and that's kind of the thing. We thought, okay, so like you guys think you're coming out here, it's about us, but we think it's coming out here, it's about you doing the donation. But really, what it's about is these families that are going to be receiving the diapers. It's something bigger than all of us, and I really appreciate, and I want to say thank you to everybody for coming together, for just making this happen. It doesn't happen without you. It doesn't happen without us. We come together and we've made a difference in people's lives.
We're going to take a quick break right now and let this truck back up, complete its backing up. But Brian,
The Mark Reardon Show.
Executive
right
of
back.
St.
Don't
Charles
go away.
County, Steve Ellman.
The county council decided to reduce our rate so that we would collect the same amount of money on used cars this year as we did last year.
Weekdays from 3 to 6 on 97.1 FM Talk.
Attention veterans. If you were stationed at Camp Lejeune between 1953 and 1987, you and your family may be victims of toxic water poisoning. Cancers, birth defects, deadly illnesses have all been linked to the contaminated water. Congress is now holding the government accountable. You could be awarded financial compensation for your suffering, but you must act now. Visit sickvets.com for your free case review by True Law. That's sickvets, like veterans.com. Sickvets.com. Visit sickvets.com.
Understands how difficult it is to maintain healthy skin and how much this can affect someone's life. With the right combination of treatments and products, they can help you keep your skin looking healthy and more youthful, while also reducing and preventing damage. Take your first step towards healthy skin at the med spa at the Institute of Natural Health. Visit them at inhstl.com or call to schedule at 314-293-8123. That's 314-293-8123.
Mark Cox here. The next Protecting Your Retirement educational event is Tuesday, October 4th at the Frontenac Hilton at 6:30. Join me, Annie Frey, and Mark Reardon, along with Thomas Helbig and Bob Kershaw with the Retirement Advisory Group. Seating's limited, so go online at retirementkey.com. Here's Thomas with more.
Are you nearing retirement or already retired and concerned how all the market volatility is hurting your retirement accounts? Would you like to know why our clients have not lost a penny with all the market losses this year? Did you also know if you're 59 and a half or older, you can now roll over your 401k tax-free to protect your nest egg and still generate more income than most investment options? You'll get all the answers and more. If you're 59 and a half or older, you don't want to miss this last event of the year.
Protect your retirement nest egg and join the official financial advisors of my show, Thomas Helbig and Bob Kershaw, Tuesday, October 4th at the Frontenac Hilton at 6:30 p.m. Call 314-993-9494 or online at
ChrisBuysHomesSt.Louis.com and get your cash offer without any obligation, commissions, banks, or headaches. Chris buys vacant houses, inherited houses, fixer-uppers, beautiful houses, even the tenant won't pay their rent apartment. Google Chris Buys Homes in St. Louis. That's Chris Buys Homes in St. Louis. And check out the best reviews from satisfied customers. When you sell to Chris, you decide when you want to move, according to your schedule and your terms. Go to ChrisBuysHomesInSt.Louis.com. Google Chris Buys Homes in St. Louis or call 314-782-8000. That's 314-782-8000. And get the offer you have been waiting for. Chris Buys Homes in St. Louis.com. Chris Buys Homes in St. Louis.com or call 314-782-8000.
97.1 FM Talk. St. Louis's home for conservative talk.
So excited to be with you this afternoon, bringing the real radio voice, radio to 97.1.
You just don't even know what to do you? What? That's like for all that talking.
No, this is what you do when you're a professional. You come back in, you bring it hot, you bring it live.
Listen, I've been working with Annie for years, and she's never done anything like that, and she is the consummate professional.
Maybe she needs to listen. We're in St. Charles at Ruler Foods, so if you're in the area, gosh, stop by. It's a beautiful day outside, and we're just hanging out. People are dropping off diapers because we are collecting diapers for the diaper drive, which goes to St. Louis area families in U City. I was talking to Princess Storm from Hot 104.1, who's actually the one who organized this whole drive, and we're just kind of supporting her. Well, you guys have shown up big, and she was jaw-dropped at how many people. Can you describe the scene here, because words don't do justice to what we're seeing?
The stack is about as tall as I am, and it is, you can barely walk in the door of Ruler Foods, to be honest, because our pile is growing so wide.
Well, just to let you know, when we started today, they said, can we bring out a cart? And it was a cart that was probably about the size of a standard or wide coffee table.
Yep.
And about as deep as
it was a box cart
as your waist. Yeah, it was like that. And we said, well, yeah, I think that'd probably be good. And if we can overflow this thing, boy, that'd be even greater. You know, like if you can make this cart overflow. It's so beyond that we're having trouble figuring out how to keep diapers away from the door, because people still have to go into Ruler Foods.
I posted a picture on our Facebook and our Instagram before the show started, and it was the donations that we had before noon. I'm going to post a whole collage of pictures later to show you the difference of the pile went before the show started compared to where it is now. It is unbelievable. We have so many. I think I've met more people today than I've met in the past 3 years combined. It has been crazy, an amazing turnout, just wonderful.
Here comes another donation.
Yep.
Another card.
It's hard for me to, I'm supposed to be making the podcast and everything. I'm like, I can't.
No, we're just collecting diapers. I mean, honestly, what are we going to do with all these diapers?
No, I don't know how we get up. Well,
Brad has a truck.
Yeah,
I do.
Yeah,
have a
and
truck.
Princess Storm's dad is coming has a huge truck. So
Good.
We're going to need a semi-truck or something.
Thank you so much. Awesome. Well, thank you so much to people coming around. What's your name, sir? Jeff, thank you for being here. We appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by.
Hannah just had to stand up again, too, to say hello. So
thank you.
I imagine we'll be out here just a little bit longer than 3 o'clock, just to make sure that if you're coming, we get to meet you and say hello. So
real question, guys. Are we in the last segment of this hour?
Uh,
Yes. Is this the third segment? Yeah.
Yeah, because you broke early from the one because the truck was backing
I
up.
just wanted to know when I was supposed to break again. And I'm basically supposed to go until Mark Reardon tells me to knock it off and he takes over.
Yeah.
That's
And
the idea, right?
Usually he comes into the studio to do that.
Yeah.
Today,
What do you
I
guys
don't
think
really
about
realize.
the YouTube poll? We haven't talked about that much today.
Good question. Are you following coverage of Hurricane Ian as it lands in Florida? We are covering that as we are sitting out here at Ruler Foods in St. Charles, Missouri on West Clay Street. In Florida, our friends and our neighbors are taking it on the chin. It looks like, was it Fort Myers is where the storm is making its landing, and it sounds like it's hitting basically right now.
Making landfall now.
Category 4 hurricane. Yes or no, Hannah, we'll ask you first. Are you interested? Are you following the news of this hurricane as it hits Florida?
Yes, I am following the coverage of this hurricane. I actually love meteorology. I've taken many classes about it. And
I think we should make her a weather girl.
If radio doesn't work out for me, I will go into meteorology. And I am following this, and I love. I've been watching Ron DeSantis speak on this. I love to hear him say about anything. So this especially, it's like my two favorite things in one. So yes, I am following the coverage of Hurricane Ian.
Ryan, what about you?
Yeah, and I've said before, I've got a personal vested interest in the track of this thing anyway. Right now, I'm following it just because it's a major hurricane hitting the United States. But after that, I want to know where it goes because I'm supposed to fly to Georgia on Friday. And
is that going to happen?
I think so. The track, as of about 24 hours ago, maybe 36 hours ago, it looked like it had moved eastward a little bit, which is good for me. We don't want, though, I mean, listen to Dave Murray talk about this thing. What we don't want as American citizens who are looking out for each other, we don't want this thing to be moving up the East Coast just off of coast because then it will continue to maintain its power a little bit more. So you kind of want it to move inland overall. But personally, I don't want it to move inland just because that's where I'm going to be. So the answer to the poll question for me, absolutely yes.
Brad?
So I haven't been following it up to this point because it's been offshore. Just passing here and there, keeping an eye out, but not like intensively following it. Now that it's starting to make landfall, now that it's going to start hitting, now I'll start paying more attention to it. So I guess my vote would be yes, I'm going to be following it because that's kind of how my following goes. I don't really follow it until stuff actually really starts happening.
I noticed that on some of the groups that I follow as somebody who pays attention to what's going on at the theme parks in Central Florida, that they close for 2 days. That doesn't happen very often. That's an unusual thing. It's supposed to, according to what Dave Murray said with us at 12:25. If you want to hear Dave Murray's response to what we expect to happen, through the next probably 48 hours or so, you can rewind on the Odyssey app, AUDACY, and listen to Dave Murray's reaction at 12:25, because we talk a little bit about how the local, what does it mean for us here when there's a hurricane there, but also what is it like to experience something like that? Well, he said it's going to go up pretty much through Central Florida, so it'll be something that pretty much all Floridians are definitely going to have to brace themselves for. If you know somebody that lives in Florida, if you have family or friends there, I'm sure that you're paying attention to it. So if you want to vote in that live chat poll on the Annie Frey YouTube channel, you just go there and vote. And let us know, are you following coverage of Hurricane Ian as it lands in Florida, yes or no? We like to know this because that kind of helps steer us in the direction of, do we want to cover this a lot, or do we not really want to cover this, just, the highlights?
Yeah, and silver lining to the whole thing is that it has, in his words, caused a log jam. So the weather we're experiencing right now is going to be this way for the rest of the week, maybe even weekend. So we got a lot of nice days ahead.
Hannah, you said earlier you had a story. Do you have that still?
Yes. Let me pull it up really quick. I'm excited to read this one.
To reiterate, when we put something like this together, you never know what's going to work and what's not going to work. You don't know if the weather's going to cooperate. You don't know if they're going to resurfacing the side, the parking lot in front of you. So we have so much content prepared for today that we haven't really gotten to. So I think maybe we'll just do that. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Thanks for the donation. You've got a story I want to get to.
Fake engagement rings are on the rise. It's a new trend.
Fake engagement rings? So, they're just not real diamonds?
Yes. They're they're fake. So I first saw this a few months ago. Annie, I don't know if you remember this. We were in the studio, and I saw a headline on Fox that said, fake engagements are on the rise due to inflation. So then I started looking into it more because it fascinated me. And it was funny to me to tell the difference between news sources reporting this. Fox says it was due to inflation, and then I read from CNN, and it says that they are different because of the mindset of Gen Z. So totally different. But anyway, Sterling Forever posted a reel on Instagram sharing why more couples are purchasing fake engagement rings. Some of the reasons are to avoid sizing issues, which is interesting to me. The partner not liking the ring, so they'd rather buy them a fake ring, in which totally, like, if you don't want to propose to somebody for real because you don't think your partner will like the ring, maybe you need to find someone
Reconsider
else.
the whole situation.
Practicality, so in case you lose it. And then another reason on Sterling Forever's post was to avoid feeling guilty after proposal.
That's interesting.
This isn't exactly what you're saying, but I saw a commercial last night on Hulu that was openly advertising lab-created diamonds.
Yeah, this is...
That's what that is?
Yes.
Oh, so they know they're fake. It's not that they're being duped.
Let me just
No,
let me
they know that they're fake.
Let me interject here. That the quality, like, if I wish that the engagement would be more about the marriage and less about the size and the scope of the ring.
Mm-hmm.
So when we say fake ring, I would rather you say fake diamond, because I don't care what the ring is. That
Exactly.
was the one thing I had said to my husband, then boyfriend, before he was my fiance, because we had talked, we'd been dating, I think, for like 3.5 years when we got engaged, or maybe married. But we had dated for years, and we had talked about, the thought of marriage. I talked about it more than he did, to be honest. I think that's the way it goes.
Yep.
But I said to him, all I want you to know is, if you are putting off in getting engaged, if you're putting off proposing to me just because you think you can't afford the ring, two things. I don't want to get married and be making payments on my own ring, and I don't really care about the ring. I would really like to I'm ready to get married when you are, if that's the direction this is heading. Because I didn't want to be postponing the rest of our lives because of some monetary thing that either he felt he needed to outspend what he could afford, which we were broke at that time, so we couldn't afford anything. So that's, that was my message to him.
It just blew my mind to read the headline difference between Fox saying it's due to inflation and high costs that people can't afford to buy a diamond versus CNN saying that Gen Z has a eco-conscious mindset, which is just crazy.
That's very interesting.
72% of people, according to Yahoo Finance, don't trust their partner to choose their ring. Who are these people that they're polling? Like, what?
Did you, Ryan?
That's not
did you
good.
pick out Katie? Here, you can share here. Did you pick out Katie's ring? Did she have any part in that?
No, I mean, that was one of the things that you're talking about caring about the ring a lot. I did care a lot about the ring because I told her I need a big diamond to impress my friends. And so I would say she followed through that somewhat.
That's
They weren't
obnoxious.
huge. They weren't huge diamonds, but they were fine, and so I got to sort of flash that a little bit to my buddies. But
I imagine you wearing a big rock on your finger, and that actually makes a ton of sense.
Yeah, I mean, stop imagining. 'Cause
I've been
got the pictures.
I've been judging you like you wanted to be judged. I've been judging you on it for quite some time.
Okay, no, that's fine because you can judge all you want, but I got the bling to back it
He
up.
always wants to take his hair and brush his hair out of his face just so that with his left hand, just so you can see his big diamond ring.
Still have more diapers coming.
Their
This is
diapers
just-
are still
this is-
Awesome.
How are we getting these?
We'll figure that out in a little bit.
Yeah, we don't know yet. It's not 3 o'clock yet.
Let's talk to Princess Storm, the woman who has put this all together, and we wanted to step up and support. She has got her little boy, 3-year-old, from what I understand, freshly 3. Ace is here as well. Princess Storm, Ace, go ahead and say hi. Can you say hi? Say hello.
Say hello. What,
Waving at me.
Use your words. Say hello.
Hello.
Hi, Ace. Are you happy to be out here with your mama today?
Yes.
Is your mom the coolest ever?
Yes.
Yes, good answer. Princess Storm, we're about to wrap it up here. We got about 3 minutes left. What do you think?
I want to say thank you to everyone in St. Louis, all the surrounding areas. I really, really appreciate you guys so much. As you can hear, they're cranking up and loading up the diapers that you guys donated. It's just so many families are in need. The pandemic, COVID, the flood. If you need diapers, come out to the St. Louis Diaper Bank. You can get diapers there. I know a lot of people are like, once I donate them, where are they going? They're going to the St. Louis Diaper Bank. If you need help or you know someone that is in need of diapers, they can go there and collect diapers. Any size, any brand. My goal was $50,000, and guess what? with Annie Frey and all of her listeners and everybody out here in the community, we met that goal. So thank you so much.
That's great.
That's awesome.
Storm, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Whenever we said we were going to partner with you, did you ever imagine that they would need a forklift to load up diapers?
I did not, but you know what? We're just going to say anything is possible.
Anything's possible.
Anything is possible. Ace, have you ever seen this many diapers in one place at a time?
Yes.
Yes, at your house. Is this what it looks like? Here comes another. Comes another.
So
phone.
when I was pregnant, just real quick story. I read a lot of books. I also just did a lot of work, and I'm one of those people. When I find out about something, I like goes into study mode. Stop. Oh yeah, that's so cool. My baby's right here. So one thing I realized was that diapers were really expensive.
Yeah.
So at my baby shower, I told my friends, because my friends like to drink, I said, I have these really cool, expensive gift baskets I'll give you guys if you bring diapers on top of your gifts. I'll give you like little raffle tickets. So if you bought a box of diapers, any size of Pampers, you got, into the raffle. I gave her like 4 huge baskets, and everyone showed up with diapers. So I didn't go shopping until he was maybe about 7 months.
Yeah.
Because I had so many diapers at home.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And it goes a long way. And everything costs more now. Everything costs more now than it has in the past. And these, when costs are going up, it becomes harder to support what you need. And this is a basic necessity. And St. Louis, you guys have just shown up in a big, big way. Real quick, because we're going to have to break here in about 60 seconds. Princess Storm with Hot 104.1 broadcasting here with us at Ruler Foods in St. Charles, along with Ace, her 3-year-old boy. Princess Storm Friday, if people couldn't come out today.
Yep, Friday, Sam's Club in Maplewood, 2100 Maplewood Commons Drive at the Sam's. Come out 5 to 7 p.m. All the information is on Instagram at my Instagram at Princess Storm, Storm with 2 M's, or on Hot 104.1's website.
Yeah, that's right. Go to the Hot 104.1 website. Under the events area, you'll see Princess Storm's Diaper Drive. On the bottom of that page is a place where you can make a monetary donation. If you couldn't make it out today, if you can't make it out on Friday, you can still be a part of a solution that helps people right here with a basic need. This is an easy way to help. If you got $10 or more, please consider donating. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you to the team for being out here. Thank you to Ruler Foods in St. Charles, Missouri. The Mark Reardon Show up next.
No mistake, with spending out of control, they're looking to collect revenue. The first target will be you. If you